Gambling Gab. It is Friday. It is also the eve of Christmas. So
Christmas Eve.
hopefully you guys are having a gay old festivities, maybe even drinking a little eggnog.
Hopefully you guys had Christmas parties and family parties and all that stuff. Or have something happening this weekend, but you're staying warm and safe as well as, most of the United States is in a deep freeze.
Some sort of joy.
Yeah. Anyways, we got Walter in the chat. Hey, Walter, we also have Robert and Sophie with us. Hey, guys, how is it going tonight for your Friday? It is, of course, the last SmackDown of the year, and I'm sure they'll have all kinds of stuff.
It is not the last SmackDown of the year.
Oh, it's not?
But it is the last SmackDown before Christmas.
Oh, last SmackDown before Christmas. My bad. Do you think they'll do a live performance
they are.
next Friday?
Sammy versus Roman. Or with Roman versus whoever that was. I can't remember. Couple people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's John Cena and...
Travis is going to wear the long hat.
John Cena and somebody. Who's John Cena's tag? Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens.
KO?
That's who he's going to be
I feel like I should say a rhyme. Because I'm almost out of time.
That's so funny!
Ah! Here comes the Uso Penitentiary.
Walter said, hey, Travis and Daphne, SmackDown Friday ready for matches. Sophie says, hi. Robert says, hey, wrestling buddies. Sophie said, I remembered what I wanted to say last time I was in here. Remember the show Happy Days? Paramount Plus only has one season of the show.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, never seen it, but I do know what you're talking about. I can't... hey, that was the one with the... No, never mind. But it had the Fonzie in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I was thinking it was like a taxi cab place. But I think that was called Taxi.
Yeah, that one was called Taxi. Walter says...
What's the one with the director? That's famous, Rob Reiner or something? And he was one of the boys?
Yeah, he's like the redhead.
Is that?
Yeah, that's...
Happy Days?
Happy Days, okay. I think. Walter saying, boo, the bloodline. Sophie says, I heard that Rusev wife said he will be back in the WWE. That would be Lana.
She kind of did say something around that. She just says that everybody ends up back there. That's all she said. But
maybe it's her that's coming back. Sophie says, how has your week been? It's been all right. It says, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Robert said, how's the weather? It's cold, but it was snowing, so that's a good thing. That means it's a little bit warmer than it has been.
Yeah, it's like
for our weather anyways here.
Snow. It's like a powder.
Yeah, it's very, very dry. Walter says, staying warm. It's cold. Yeah, for you, Walter, it's probably really cold. Piccolo says, this week's been sad for me. Totally need a distraction. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, friend. I'm glad that you're here hanging out with us tonight for a little bit anyways. Says, happy Festivus for the rest of us. Sophie says it is going to feel weird on Monday with no Raw on. And Piccolo says, tell me when SmackDown is good. Just looking up things on Twitch.
Yeah, definitely will. We know of 3 matches. It is pre-recorded, so people probably know of every match. But we know of at least 3.
I know none.
We have a women's gauntlet match. We have the Usos versus No, that was a different one. That was Imperium versus Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Might want to watch that one because I heard Ricochet got hurt.
Oh, that's that. Oh, okay. I forgot all about that stuff happening.
Yeah. And then there's something else with the bloodline. Oh, Hit Row. Hit Road's going to Hit Row, not Hit Road. That'd be cool, though. That's a cool name for a tag team, Hit Road.
Mm.
They could hit the road. And don't you come back no more. Now, yeah. Triple H has to keep him around now because he brought him back, and he'd look stupid if he got rid of him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he put a championship on him.
Ugh, barf.
To
and everybody
fix his mistake, even though
murders him in his sleep.
Did you say steak?
Did you say steak? It's Paul Heyman!
Old Paulie, wanna Heyman.
Pico says that, and Walter says, boo, Paul Heyman, Sammy, and the Usos, and others. Sophie says, but if you want to watch every season of Happy Days, you have to have Roku or something. Walter says, Kevin Owens and John Cena for the win tonight.
Is that what it is on Roku TV?
I'm guessing that's what she means by that statement. Yes. Walter says, Kevin Owens and John Cena for the win tonight. Robert says the weather is -0 here.
Did you say something about John Cena tonight?
Kevin Owens and John Cena for the win tonight, Walter says.
7 days, Walter. 7 days. That's New Year's Eve.
One more week, friend.
New Year's Eve.
One more week. Robert says the weather is -0 here. Not sure how it could be -0 when it's usually just 0.
Oh, it's -0. It's like 0 but colder. It's negative.
Well, there's like nice hat, Travis. It was supposed to be.
Do you think the minus means negative?
Is it annoying? Is that hat annoying?
No, it's a toy. I want to play with it.
I know. I've noticed.
Look, I can play basketball with it. Let it rain. Rain dance.
As Travis fiddles around with stuff tonight.
Let it rain.
So is doing a best of show. They're doing it to give the producers more time off. Hey, Harley is in the chat. Harley says, hello, everyone. Harley. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and everything else, right? All the other stuff in between.
Everything else.
Include everybody. Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie says, Crackdown tonight. Sophie says, I feel like that Madison Square Garden event will somehow end up as a WWE Network special in the future. Robbie says, shit row. Cool. And Picole's like, red rum. And Ayla's in the chat says, what up, suckafish? And Robbie says, how you doing? Walter says, hey, Ayla. I don't know who Robbie's asking how you doing. Are you
How'd you get home so early? Don't you usually get here at 6:30?
Yeah.
6:30 already?
No, it's only 6:07.
Throwing up my internal clock.
My God, witch. Why did you do it? Now you ruined everything. Are you trying to be Joey from Friends, Robbie? How you doing?
How you doing?
Well, just like, hey, Ayla. Robbie says, Ayla kisses like a suckered fish. Ew. And Pico's like, truck a sucker. And he is like, hi, Walter. What does that even mean, Robbie? And Robbie says, reminds me of Esta hair. And Walter says, man, SmackDown in Tampa, Florida, it's warm there. Sophie says, I wonder how much did they edit tonight's episode of SmackDown since they taped it last week?
I'm sure they'll get it right where they need it, so it fits in their time allotted. So,
Robbie says, Ayla, you enjoy the evening. Sophie's like, we are in a cold spell right now. No way, Sophie. Like,
you know what I think they should do when they do these shows where they record them? They should do alternate endings. I say it all the time. For every match, there should be, like, right there live, they should be wrestling and then have the other team win.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Why would they do that?
Did Uso just lose their title to Hit Row? Like, people go nuts. Then have something like the referee's like, oh, his shoulder was up or something. Have it that way, but you don't really see it. And then they have to restart the match, and then the other team wins. Then when they edit it, it's none of that nonsense. It's just a straight win in the editing.
Mm-hmm.
Even the wrestlers won't know who ends up winning it.
Ooh.
Got something to say. Get it off your chest.
What's going to happen?
It's like a big weight off his chest.
What's he going to say?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oozy.
Dun, 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 dun. That's what you say.
No. Ayla's like, so I went to work at 8:30 and got off at 5. Crazy busy day before Christmas. Oh, man, I went to work at 8:30 and got off at 5:30. Boo. Robbie's like, oh, I was asking you and Travis. Oh.
Asking us what?
How we were doing.
How
are you doing? Robbie wants to know how
I've got a red and white striped hat on. I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
If I had liquor, I'd be in heaven.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Don't let him fool you with his garbage out of his mouth.
If I did this show drunk, it'd be the highest rated show we've ever done.
You think? I would just have to sit here and not talk.
My social lubricant.
Not sure how he would react to himself talking to himself. Pico says, everything's fine. Just drink more eggnog. Warms you right up.
Going.
Is it eggnog with rum? Is that what you're talking about, Piccola? Because I think that's the only way that you could do it. Robbie's like, Friends is not funny. Ayla's like, I'm shaking. It's so damn cold I can't get warm.
Heat up some water and drink it.
Yeah.
Not kidding. It makes you sweat.
Drink warm water.
It's this new thing I found. I do it all the time now.
But not like tea.
I don't put chemicals in it.
Don't drink tea or coffee. Drink warm water. Walter's like, Ayla, good job. Don't cry. You get paid.
Straight tequila. The white kind.
Travis is drinking warm water.
It's just water.
Pico says, never understood the Friends phenomena. I never did either. I just know that Joey says, how you doing a lot. So. Walter's like, Ayla, good job. Don't care, get paid. Ayla's like, yeah, true, Walter.
I don't know why people would watch Friends. Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, smoke shows.
He never understood the Friends phenomena, though.
Like,
pretty. Watching it is different, but the phenomena of weirdos, like, being all obsessive with it, I don't understand it. And they're not obsessive with those girls. They're just obsessed with the show.
It's a good show. It's not great.
That's what I said. That's what he's saying. He never understood the phenomena of people being wackos
Ross
about
tattoo covered up, but whatever. You guys are assholes. It's my back. It's Ross's face.
Is it? I didn't know you had one. You've been hiding it from me for 10 years? That's pretty crazy. I've seen your back I don't know how many times.
It looks like John Cena.
It does it? Is that why? Is that why I didn't recognize it? You have to get a black light.
Sammy's all sorts of jacked up.
You have to get a black light out to see it. That's about right.
Is that how you see John Cena?
That's how you see, like, tattoos you can't see, I guess.
Sami Zayn's crying.
Robbie's like, put a sweater on Ayla. Why are you wearing shorts and a vest? What? Chris says, hey, Travis and D. And Pickle's like, Robbie thought you called them jumpers. Yeah. Well, he's weird sometimes. Pickle's like, this is what I learned from Russell Talk Lads. I know, jumpers. He was like, Robbie, I'm not wearing shorts. I'm wearing jammies. Walter's like, Bloodline gets Cole in their stocking. John Cena and Kevin Owens gets presents. Ayla says, vests are ridiculous. Pickle's like, tee-hee, I'll never tell. Yes, rum. Well, you just told. You're not supposed to tell. Harley says, they got down to -22 today in Michigan with the wind chill factor. Yeah, it's pretty cold where you guys are at.
It's warming up here.
Chilly.
Tomorrow's going to be in the mid-30s.
Yeah.
Next day it's going to be in the 40s. I'm good.
No, it's not. It's only going to be in the 30s for a couple days. Then it'll start going up to the 40s.
Hey, we'll at least have white snow.
We will have a white Christmas this year.
And then
it won't be brown and gross. Robbie's like, message retract, but Ayla says, I have a heat pad and a blanket. Robbie's like, Ayla, but you like to wear vests. And Sophie says, it'll be interesting what 2023 brings. Will both brands be separate, or will they finally end the brand split?
They will not. It makes no sense to do a brand or keep the brands. Makes no sense to get rid of the brand split. Holy shit, we'll get there.
He means they need to keep them separate.
Yeah.
Walter says, okay, did anybody get snow? Be safe. Snowball fights.
It's like lift and separate.
With, like, boobs. Walter, yes. There's a lot of people that got snow. Probably. We got some snow. It's just really dry snow, though, so it's kind of weird.
You couldn't make a snowball if somebody paid you.
Yeah. It's all dry, and there's no moisture in it.
It's all fluffy.
It's all
you can, like,
really, really
sweep
fluffy.
it off with a broom.
Robbie says, if a comedies don't make me laugh at first, I ain't watching.
Y'all feel that?
So it was like 2022 was like a reality show with all the twists and turns that the WWE brought us. Pickle says, right, I mean, I do have my characters I would adore, but not anybody named Chandler or Ross, LOL. Ross is the worst. Like, I
actually seen a shirt that said that.
That he's the worst? He is the worst. He is like garbage.
I like Chandler. I did not like Joey. That's the one character I didn't like.
I mean, I don't know.
Ross was just, to me, like, he wasn't that annoying. But nobody really likes Ross. But I understand. I've seen people like that before. He's like a normal person.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he normal?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not. No,
Mine's
not
like
normal.
Cameron.
Ooh, that's why I don't like him. There you go. There it is. That is why. But Walter says, okay, hurry up. I want matches. AEW Rampage, 10 p.m. tonight.
Yeah.
Not for us.
Rampage.
Maybe for you, but not me. Robbie's like, Ayla with the Disney jammies, as weird as D calling a boot of a car a trunk. I'm in America.
So there are boots on a car, but they go on the axles. They're called a drive boot.
They probably don't even know what that is. An axle. It was like, nah, I'm wearing ugly sweatpants and a SpongeBob sweater. So it was like, do you guys open one Christmas present on Christmas Eve, then open the rest on Christmas Day? I never did that in my family.
My family did, and it was always pajamas.
Pajamas?
PJs.
Some pajamas. We never got jammies.
That was
my mom made stuff. I remember opening stuff on Christmas Day and getting nightgowns that were made for me.
So like I got these like stuff. I remember the funnest one ever. I don't remember how old we were, but me and Trion both got jammies, and we got skeletons that glowed in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Jammies from head to toe, basically.
That's funny.
So we would lay in the kitchen get light, and then run outside, and we'd be glowing as we're running skeletons.
Running around.
We
That's
wore
actually
those
pretty
every
funny.
night. Like we wanted to get in our jammies.
That's pretty funny. That's one way to do it. Piccolo says, I have a Lilo and Stitch furry blanket that keeps me toasty. I am not wearing a blanket. I just have sweats on. Or lounge pants.
Meth, not even
really
once,
sweats.
coming out to the ring.
Walter says, today at my job we had pizza, Papa John's. Nice. Got a pizza party, Walter. That was nice of him.
That is so cool. I miss pizza sometimes.
I hate pizza.
Like, gross pizza, though. Like, what's that one called?
Little Caesars pizza. You know,
I
always forget about them because, yeah, that's the, like, really cheap ones, though. But if you get the, like, more expensive ones,
yeah,
they're
the
not
box ones.
Or just nicer ones that are a little bit more money, that are the same size as the other ones. They're just made better. Like those, I've heard are really good. Like, people are like, don't knock Little Caesars. Like, I haven't had that in I don't even know how long.
They used to have it in a Kmart here in town.
Yes, they did.
And you could go in there and get pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the corner of Kmart. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's where the Kmart Cafe was.
Is that like the Uso Penitentiary?
Yes, but not. It used to be the Kmart Cafe, and then Kmart Cafe went away, and they put, like, Little Caesars in there instead. I mean, maybe in some places they still had Kmart cafes, but ours went away, and they just put a Little Caesars in there. Chris says the pipes froze, apparently, and, of course, everyone else has water. Fucking BS, man. I am sorry to hear that. Oops. Sorry to hear that you have frozen pipes. Your pipes are frozen? That's not cool. Bob is like, Ayla, SpongeBob is cool. I have some SpongeBob hoodies and t-shirts. Sophie says both WWE and AEW are entering TV negotiations talks next year.
Yeah, they are.
Ayla says, I'm a nerd about SpongeBob. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I couldn't get into Friends. Sophie's like, I love Friends. And Robbie's like, D, when was Friends ever funny? They had some funny stuff. I watched the whole thing. Like, I watched the whole series of it. Not when it was on. I watched it not too long ago just so I could say I watched it. Not because I was like, oh my god, I gotta watch Friends.
I like Friends.
Pivot. I think that's the only funniest. Like,
Pivot.
Like Ross and his pivoting.
Pivot.
Pivot. But he's like yelling it. Gets all upset and angry about it.
Pivot.
That one was kind of funny. For those Ayla for us, it's Nacho and Jesse. Nacho and Jesse. Robbie says, D low-key DVRs AEW on Fridays. I personally do not, Robbie, but Travis actually does DVR it.
DVR in my folder, though.
Because Travis did it, not because I did it. Luke is in the chat. Hey, Luke says, hi, all Trav. I watched your Twitter spree last night.
Did you? I don't remember what I put.
You did a Twitter thing last night?
Well,
What'd you do?
I just type on there and say things. Tweet to people. I don't tweet my own stuff.
Oh.
I just answer people's questions, or what's it called? Engaging.
You engaged with people on the internet. You know most of those people aren't real. No offense, guys.
Hello, bots.
Walter says, Saturday I'm watching football, relaxing, Sunday open presents. I'm so happy for you, Walter. I wish I had weekends of Christmases like that.
I just think it's always funny because people get so upset on there. They're like, I don't know what's happening here. This person was mean to me. I'm like, dude, why are you worried about somebody on the internet? Like,
people are funny.
I've done it. Like, I got upset a couple times on the internet, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know these people. Like, if you turn off your computer and go outside and just look at the sun.
Look at it with your eyes so you can burn your retinas. You will never see social media ever again.
There's that.
That's the best way to get rid of it. Just burn your retinas. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, when I woke up this morning, I thought I'd have a lot more negative comments, but I just got a whole bunch of likes.
That's weird.
I usually get negative. Like,
were you an asshole?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Like, I'm not nice.
Were you truthful asshole,
yes.
though? Okay. That's different. There are some normals out there. Walter says, Saturday I'm watching. Oh, I read that. Robbie says, Ayla Friends is lame. Sophie says, in the old days with my family, we opened the presents from oldest to youngest. Walter's like, hit row for the win.
Really?
Boo, Walter.
What I always did, once I got to hand out presents, which I thought was like this great honor.
Oh my God, I hated it.
Worst thing ever.
It is the worst thing ever.
Like, now I understand why people have other people do it.
Oh my God, right.
But anyways, when you're a kid, you think like, finally, like I've arrived. Anyways, but what you do is you hand it to people that don't have one yet. And so I kind of would like start piling them up, and we usually got pretty even amounts. Because normally we would do it with our own families, and then go to my grandparents' house, and then we'd like each have a set number that we'd bring.
Right.
Like 6 each or 7 each.
Right.
We got spoiled as kids, like all of us kids. And then, the other family would buy the other kids so many also.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how we do. And then we just sit around and so whoever didn't have a present, you would get one. And it was just so the camera could pick it up, because Larry always had a camera going.
Right. Ravi says, just treat yourself, Travis, once in a blue moon. Are you talking about pizza? Dude, he won't eat it. Pickle says, we're in the middle of bowl season. We are in the middle of bowl season.
Did Alabama play Texas today? Is that over, or is that just starting? I saw.
Yeah, Pickle, tell us all about it.
I saw it on my, what is that called? Fox app when I turned this on.
Which one are you talking about?
Who?
Alabama and who?
Texas.
Bama don't play until New Year's Eve, I think.
Oh, okay.
He had said later after that. Sophie says WWE is thinking of backup options for Roman for Mania if The Rock doesn't want to come.
Well, hopefully
Rob
The Rock
says
doesn't
Cola
come.
is your team winning. Pickle says cafes always remind me of 3 options: popcorn, hot dogs, ices. Right? The Kmart cafes. Yeah. Let's see. Sophie says, I think WWE TV deal with both Fox and NBC end in 24, but not 100 confirmed. Walter says, ref, watch Sami Zayn. If he touches an opponent, eject him. It was like Nacho and Jesse. Walter's like, come on, hero, get the win. And Sophie's like, we are getting Rush Hour 4, which is a surprise. Chris says, half the people in this chat are probably bots. Like you? I'm kidding. Pickle's like, yeah, our Breaking Bad Friends edition. Ayla's like, oh, yes. I was like, yeah, D, I'm not real. I'm a figment of your imagination. Not surprising. My imagination would come up with something so ignorant. What do you call that? Ignoramus?
Maybe. That's a word.
Luke says he commented on a few things. My fave was his reply to someone tweeting if Shawn Michaels should have another match. Oh my God, would he be able to see?
I said no. Then I said unless it's against Goldberg or Brock Lesnar.
So he could have his eyes uncrossed. Smack him on the butt.
All right, we are back, by the way. That was a commercial break. Hit Rose in there. What is the big guy's name? Big Daddy.
Big
getting
Daddy
slimmer.
Weirdo. I think he broke his knee.
Versus the Uso.
Oh my God, my
I can't tell
leg.
Uso it is. I think it's Jay. It is Jay.
Like, I don't know how to get over there with my knee broken.
And the other guy's named Adrian. I just don't know what the big guy's name is. I usually call him that tag team. So Big Money, T-Money, something like that. Top dollar.
Oh,
T-Money.
Crazy is in the chat.
Hey,
Crazy, nice to see you back. Says Merry Christmas, gang. Had to take a break from wrestling. Yeah.
Don't blame me there.
We all do. Pickle's like, if I was a bot, I'd be R2-D2. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy.
R2-D2.
So he's like, remember
Better than
last year
C3PO.
at this time, we kind of had the same schedule now, but I don't remember if we had 2 weeks off of watching SmackDown.
Well, we don't this time. Kind of do if you don't watch tonight, but we watched all of it last year. We even did the Raw because it was recorded.
Ayla says, I'd be a synth from Fallout 4. I don't even know what that is. Pico's like, I don't remember much from 21. And Robbie says, normally people want to beef with you, Travis, LOL, on Twitter. Or they think that he's obsessed with them because they're fucking so full of themselves. Couldn't imagine who I'm talking about. So he's like, I remember when I get a new video game, I usually spend the entire week playing it, taking breaks here and there. Pico's like, I know, right? Who did Travis piss in their cornflakes?
That'd be Sean Rossap.
That fuckwad.
He got a little angry at me.
I hope he has a terrible Christmas. It gets cold. It looks like Larry used to make me crazy things.
Yeah, he still does.
Some weird stuff.
He used to give us Idaho Air.
Oh, jeez. Your sister tries to do that crap, and I'm just like, please don't. Pickle's like, I thought that's a rerun. Kansas State versus Bama in the Sugar Bowl.
He once gave us a weather rock, which was pretty cool.
So you know what the weather was like?
Mm-hmm. If it turned white, it's snowing. If it was wet, it's raining. Mm-hmm. If it's hot, it's sunny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you can't see it, it's dark.
That's perfect. So weird. I mean, Piccolo said Kansas State versus Bama in the Sugar Bowl.
Oh.
He thought it was a rerun, the one you were talking about.
Oh, maybe.
So the Texas one.
I was like, what the hell?
Sophie says, congrats to Pat for becoming a father in 6 months.
You're knocking women up, huh? That's pretty cool.
When is college football season over so we could get Pat back? I don't know.
Well, if he goes all the way to the bowl, it's the 9th.
Pat McAfee has babies coming. Did that mean he's married? Is he married?
He doesn't have to be married. He could be knocking women up.
Robbie's like, D's so brutal to me. And Hassan Terrell's in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. Harley's like, acknowledge the Usos.
Oh!
Oh, no. His knee's broken.
Oh, thrust.
You know why she's much garbage? Do you see her hat?
I see
She should
hat.
be taken outside and thrown in a dumpster. She should be thrown in a goddamn dumpster.
Okay, people can like the Dodgers.
No, they can't. They're
I'm just
devils.
not going to buy a hat that says it. 1, 2, and 3.
That's how you do it. Kick their ass,
The
Seabass.
Uso Penitentiary.
Chris says Texans play at noon tomorrow. They barely have a chance at winning against the Titans, but even I know Texans suck. That's why you don't watch football anyway. I'm baseball all the way.
Baseball. Hey, who's the Titans? Wait, what are we talking about?
The Tennessee Titans? They're a football team?
Okay, I thought he was talking about Texas.
Texans play at noon tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
They barely have a chance at winning against the Titans.
Okay, yeah, that's NFL.
But
stuff.
even I know Texans suck. That's why I don't watch football anyway.
You know, they were the Houston Oilers.
When they were cool. Now they're just stupid.
The Titans, the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm. Sophie says, I saw the tweet about Shawn Michaels. I don't know that Travis took part in it. Pete Cola says, to be serious, I watched a John Madden special on Fox Sports, and I realized how much I missed my dad during the holidays. Oh,
boom.
Cola, I'm so sorry, honey.
Yeah,
I feel you, sweetheart. I lost my mom 11 years ago, and the holidays are really hard, no matter how long or short it has been. There are a lot of things that I do during the holidays because my mom did them. And so it is hard. Very hard. So I totally understand where you're coming from, sweetie. Ayla says, Dalitha, I'm making Ravi and her imagine she needs to be in a padded room. Wait, that makes sense. It's a sign, Dalitha. Your brain is telling you to see a therapist. Oh, goody gumdrops. Luke says, Trav was giving me great free entertainment while I was up all night taking care of Jade. That's good. Hassan says, happy holidays, guys. Happy holidays, Hassan. Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. Lots of joy and shit. Chris says, the other day I got a last-minute gift for myself at Walmart. They had those Bowman Chrome baseball cards. I had to get it.
Hey, that's way cool. I haven't seen a pack of baseball cards in so long, but if I ever saw one, I would buy it.
Robbie says, Ayla D is beyond help. Sophie says, we stopped the tradition of oldest youngest after my dad died. I'm sorry to hear that, Sophie. Sometimes traditions are things you should keep alive forever. Crazy says, Foley is God. And Ravi says, why is Shawn Michaels boss-eyed? Because he probably looked at you, Ravi. That's probably why he's cross-eyed.
He's into that boss-eyed stuff.
Sophie says, with Christmas, we don't have a schedule.
He tore the muscle in his eye in a match in, like, 2000.
Somebody whacked him in the back of the head too hard. That's what happens.
You got
That's why when you make faces at people and you get kicked in the head.
Fell down a well, went cross-eyed. Got kicked by a horse, went back normal. I don't know.
Yeah. He just needs to fall down a well and never come out, and then he won't be cross-eyed anymore. I mean, aw, sad. Yeah, put them in the circus with the freaks. Yeah, world class. Whatever that means.
Emma reminds me of like a lady motorcycle cop from the 1980s.
It's toasty marshmallow. She's wearing some brown. Looks good on her. She makes her look extra toasty. It's Emma! With her boy toy. Oh, she doesn't have a boy toy.
She's by herself.
Ew, and her garbage pants. The fucking fuck. I hate those things.
Doesn't she look like the motorcycle cop in the 1980s, the woman motorcycle cop?
Yeah, she sure does. She forgot to put all of her clothes on for it.
Chips.
The
female chip.
Sophie says, with Christmas, we don't have a schedule of when we open presents. We open them whenever everybody is awake. It looks like I still have that rock somewhere. Nice. Yarly Gomez is in the chat. Yarly says, who won, Usos or Hit Row? The Usos won by
9 minutes and 5 seconds.
Pinning that big guy, whatever his name is.
Top Dollar.
That's it. That's the name. Piccolo says AFC South is sort of mid, though. It was like, I met a cousin. I think she said, I met a cousin today. He picked up a prime rib. I told him I had the same last name. Now I can't remember his name, but he said he was related to Jerry and Bruce.
Huh. Cool.
Interesting. So he's like, I try watching football, still don't get why it is a big thing.
Was it an old man?
There's balls. I throw. Because
I only know the older people in the family. I mean, I know one girl.
Yeah, so was it a younger person or an old person?
You know the, what is that called? The RC controller things? What's that called? Hobby. The hobby shop here in town.
Corky's?
Yeah, they own that. That's like one of my first cousins. Her maiden name is my last name.
Nice. Harley says the Lions play tomorrow and against the Carolina Panthers. Big team for that. And then next Saturday is University of Michigan Wolverines versus Texas.
I want to know how
Christian
real this
University.
Jaguars team is. I know they have a hell of a quarterback, but they just keep getting better and better every week when I watch them.
The Jaguars?
Yeah.
Carson's Songs back in the chat says, hello, Carson's. And Sophie says, I sometimes missed watching wrestling with other people.
Yeah,
and Robbie
definitely.
says, LOD. And Harley says, this will be my third Christmas without my father, who passed away in 20.
I'm
the cancer,
sorry.
and my first Christmas without my grandmother, who passed away from cancer a month ago. Fuck cancer.
Yeah.
I can understand that one too, Harley. I'm sorry to hear that about your losses. Chris says, Sonny made Michaels cross-eyed. I thought it was a well. I mean a donkey. Somebody kicked him in the face. It was a whale.
It back out.
Piccolo says, I do watch a couple of slasher Santa movies just for my dad. Haha, twisted humor. Are you going to see Violent Night? That's the question. Walter says, Emma for the win. Sophie says, this will be my 13th year celebrating Christmas without my dad. And Crazy says, drugs made HBK cross-eyed, LOL. Piccolo says, let me get pulled over by Emma. Walter says the Usos won the other match. Boo.
Why are we going backwards down a one-way?
Because of her. Hello. Pull me over. Sorry, Walter. The Usos did win. Yeah. Robbie says, D would look good in the pants Emma wears. Ew. Carson says, Merry Christmas, and a Merry Christmas to you as well, Carsons. Sophie says, Stone Cold has been training for something.
Merry Christmas.
Piccolo says, yeah, I think it's been about 10 years. Robbie says, Sonny, didn't she go to jail?
Yeah, she killed a guy.
Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin says, ho, 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 Christmas Gab. It's cold everywhere. It sure is. And Walter's like, yes, Sonny in jail.
Basically most of the United States.
Yes, most of the United States is having some issues.
Stephen A. Smith, he's this guy that does sports talk and stuff. Everybody was talking about how cold it's going to be. He's like, yeah, I have an appointment in Miami on Thursday, and I'm going to LA for the weekend. Both those places, it's like 70 degrees.
Yeah, in those places it is. But some of the southern states are actually really cold too,
right.
Like where they're usually not. So I feel bad for them because, like, their houses aren't made for the kind of cold they're getting.
Yeah, some of them they have lower rated insulation. And
yeah,
stuff,
because of where they're at. So it's not really a thing that they normally do. I feel bad for them. It's sad. So you guys stay warm out there. If you're not used to this kind of cold, it can be kind of shitty.
But you think it would get cold enough in the winter? It's got to get in the 50s at least.
I'm sure they have heat, but it's not the kind of cold Like, that we're used to. Like, this kind of cold is like, yeah, it's weird we're getting it now, but we've had cold snaps since November where it was like negative 15 below before. Yeah. So, I mean, for us, it's like, meh, whatever. But for a lot of people in other areas, it is not something you're used to, and I can feel for them. It sucks.
Hey, is this that gauntlet match?
Let's put it this way. I don't like 110-degree weather.
It's the gauntlet match, guys.
It's not normal for me or here. But it happens, and I don't like it.
Xia Li coming out to go one-on-one with Emma. Hopefully
Walter
Xia
says,
Li wins this one.
yes, Sonny in jail, and Ravi says Vin Yo, and Neil says he was in his late 60s.
You ever seen Big Trouble in Little China?
Oh my God, yes, Travis.
No, they're literally, look at this. Look at her in her hands.
Oh.
She's even got the knives.
She's done this before in NXT.
I don't remember the knives, though.
Yeah, she did this before in NXT. I don't like it. I mean, I like her.
I mean, if that's a thing that they do in
gimmick
China, like when you're in the streets and stuff, that's fine. I get it. But I feel
sure
like that's a theatrical type of thing.
Right. Ayla says he was in his late 60s, maybe mid 70s, but he said his group of the family aren't from here or where Jerry lives.
Right. It's probably Rick.
Sophie says,
or Rick's relative.
Sophie says, I only watch the Super Bowl. It all depends on who is performing the halftime show. Ravi says, Vin, can you not cope in winter? Walter says, okay, at 9:10 I'm going. I'll be here Monday for Raw, 8 p.m. still in chat. Walter, there isn't really a Raw. It's like a best of show on Monday. So we'll be here, but not really doing the show. Does that make sense?
We'll figure out a way to
We'll do something else,
you guys.
probably. Luke says the Jaguars are actually good. The quarterback is good, and the team is young and athletically top tier.
Emma's bleeding in her mouth already.
Did you hear me
tell
you that information about the Jaguars? Luke wanted you to know all of that. Did you write it down?
I feel like their quarterback is one of the best that I've seen in college. Was he a number 1 overall pick? Because he should have been. And it makes sense because Jaguars suck, so they would have had the number 1 overall pick.
Right. Illa's like, dang, I can't remember his first name. Pico is like, Harley, it's nice of you to share Merry Christmas. Sophie says Rihanna is the halftime performer this year. I am not a Rihanna fan. Does she still have fans?
Dude, listen to her music slower. So you take it and you play it at a slower pace. It sounds fucking tastic. No, I'm not kidding.
Isn't that one song that you had me listen to? And you're like, yeah, this is... I'm like, no,
I was like, listen to this song. It was badass.
It's like, it's not either. Don't lie to me.
But it was just her slowed down.
Luke says, Delita, Netflix has the 2 best shows on it, Wednesday and that 90s show. Have you watched them yet? I have watched some of Wednesday. I'm almost done with it. I probably won't watch that 90s show because I was never really a huge fan of that 70s show. So
Emma's done. 1, 2. Oh, God, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, kick her. Beat her up and slice her up. Walter's like, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is okay in his house. He had a burglar coming. Yeah, he did. And he, like, beat him. He put him in his hold or something.
So I watched the actual thing, and it's, like, not exactly what you think if you haven't watched it.
Oh.
But it was fantastic.
Crazy says Rihanna loves dogs, Sophie.
Dakota? No. Nice. Nikki? No. Fuck, I can never
remember. Knox? That dumb bitch. If Xia Li loses her, that's fucking dumb. I'm going to leave. Forever.
You're going to end up leaving.
I'm never coming back.
Triple H likes this bra.
Robbie's like, I know, because she's on her fucking knees sucking his dick.
I don't understand it. She's gross.
That's why he likes her.
He likes gross girls? He's married to Stephanie.
Doesn't matter. She forced him to marry her.
Okay.
She pursued him when she was like 14 years old, the little slut.
That was not...
Slut bag. She's a fucking slut bag, too.
Would you stop?
No, I won't. You can't make me.
Stop saying weird shit.
No, I won't. Okay, she was 15. But still! 15 years old going after an old man! What a sicko.
There's rumors it was her and Randy Savage when she was young. But
It was all him. You know it.
Hell yeah. Never mind, I was wrong. Xia Li with the win.
Go Xia Li, yes. Fuck her up!
And again with this finisher. But she's not winning this next one.
Ravi says, is Christmas more special when you're a kid?
Yes.
Christmas is as special as you make it, Ravi. Do children around make it more fun? Yes. But the feeling of Christmas isn't that, right? The feeling of Christmas is giving and that kind of stuff and joy and spreading that cheer to all the
right,
people.
Here comes Rack Rod.
Vindicator says, no, Ravi, I need to move to the UK so I can cope with the rain. Walter's like, hey, Luke. And Sophie says that 90s show is debuting in January. I might watch it since I like watching that 70s show.
They redid it.
They didn't redo anything. They're doing a, sequel, later on. So they had the 70s show, and now they're doing that 90s show, which is, about their grandkids.
Right.
Piccolo says, oh, Jeff Hardy was supposed to have a court date and got pushed to mid-January. He may get jail time himself.
Who is it?
Jeff Hardy.
Probably needs a little bit. Not a lot. I don't feel like he should go to prison for life, but maybe
I think he should do a lot of community service for his stupidity.
2 years?
And therapy. And not just, oh, you have to go to Drugs Anonymous. No, I mean fucking in-depth fucking therapy for his little mommy issues that he has.
I think he should get 2 years in jail and then maybe 3 years probation when he gets out.
Of community service included with that probation.
Okay. You're just throwing out extras.
I think extra should happen.
3 years of community service.
Hurry up so I can get caught in the chat.
I'm trying to. Quit interrupting me.
Talk faster.
Fuck. Well, I can't when you're fucking talking. Anyways, with 3 years probation, they will keep an eye on him. Just make sure he pisses in front of them. And that should be plenty.
Nah. Rob is like, oh, that damn rain van, the bane of my life. Luke says the Texas border on the Gulf of Mexico hit 0 degrees for an hour yesterday. Yeah, I bet they died. Robbie's like, it gets cold in the UK. Whatever, Robbie. Lies.
I just hope all the animals are okay.
That's the only thing I really hope for, too. People, I'm like, some of them I'm sad about. Elderly people, and people don't have people checking on them and things like that. Kind of sad. People worry about their heat going out, but as long as they have electricity.
And old people die, and that's just the way it is.
It is, but not that like that, though.
They were old. Old people die.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we're not in the Middle Ages because we would both be dead. Vindicator says, Travis, have you shoveled any snow yet this month?
Yes, I just did. I swept some today, but yeah, I have a 4-wheeler that I just pushed.
Yeah, he really shoveled it. Sophie says, I don't miss the snow. Thank God I moved to Florida. Pico says, I thrive in the heat. I mean, Iraq was 110 in the shade, right? Vindicator says, too bad Xia Li will never get a title shot on SmackDown.
It is too bad.
Ravi says, do you have to get used to the weather? The ozone is mashed up. Don't lie, Ravi. Stop spouting your garbage. Sophie's like, AEW got 950,000 viewers this week. I was off by 250,000. It looks like Rick sounds right. Chris says, so Hoodie Attacker is Xia Li? Yeah, yes. Chris, we knew that 5 years ago.
Right after the show, they showed it on Twitter.
5 years. Walter's like, oh, okay. Sophie says, do a game night on Monday. We might. Pickle says, did we ever get the name of that tattooed freak on Dynamite? Your mom. Just kidding, Pickle. That's not nice.
But did you notice he had his shorts on backwards?
They got made fun of a lot for that.
That is pretty much the funniest thing I've ever seen. He threw his shorts on and ran down to the ring, and the strings were in the back.
That's funny. Walter's like, come on, Emma, win. Maybe it's a new thing.
He was the Daddy Mac.
Maybe it's a new thing. Maybe you just put your pants on backwards all the time.
Yeah.
Walter's like, come on, Emma, win. She didn't. Luke says, yes, he was number one pick, your quarterback for the Jaguars.
Inside out, it's wiggity, wiggity, whack.
Vindicator says, message attracted, and Luke says, Pickle, I didn't get his name, but he's an ex-MLB player. Ew, are you serious? They have that in Major League Baseball?
What is that?
Ew, the guy that put his pants on backwards and had tattoos all over his face. Lies, Luke. Total lies. Pickle's like, if Rihanna does the halftime, she needs the Euro International DJ to make it hype. Robbie's like, I saw Rihanna live in London twice. She's not bad live.
Oh, I'm sure she's fine.
Oh, Robbie.
She had a pretty face.
You weren't listening. Still pretty. You were just staring at her.
And then everything else is just music. They'll probably lip sync it anyway, so it doesn't really
matter. Because we can't auto-tune you, sweetheart. We can't auto-tune you here. Oh, what do you mean you can't auto-tune me?
Rack Rod.
There's like, okay, Emma out. Sophie says a few times when I was living in New York, my birthday always gets ruined because of the snow. Chris says, yes, Emma was run. WWE run is over. Sophie says, I think I like one or two Rihanna songs. And Robbie says, I thought, didn't look up wrestling news. Tegan Knox is from Wales.
Isn't she the one that likes whips and chains?
Ew.
And Bloods and Whips excite her or something?
Tegan? Rihanna?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Vindicator says, instead of Raw stream, let's just see Travis do some WWE gameplay with his favorite big guy, Gunter, LOL. Sophie says, Wednesday is an awesome show. I watched it twice and that hardly happens. Walter says, for Gauntlet match, they need to rest a little. Chris says, yeah, Stephanie went out with Macho Man. Walter says, Xylee doing great. Robbie says, wow, Dee so aggressive.
Until now, she just lost. But
we knew she would, too. Rack Rod, but she kept her own for quite a while.
Liv coming out next.
Piccolo says, after I watched Wednesday, I happened to jump on YouTube and seen all the theory recaps and watch along. That's cool. Sophie says, not that many YouTube channels do a Wednesday recap and watch along channels. And Ayla says, I don't know if it was Rick. I looked on Facebook. It might be. Luke's laughing. I don't know what you're laughing about, but you're laughing. And Sophie says, I like the Eminem and Rihanna song. It was like, oh, Spicy Travis. And Piccolo's like, oh, you guys are adorable. It was like couple goals.
So I did watch the ending of this part of this match, and I did show it to Delitha, so she knows who won this one also.
I do?
Of this part of the gauntlet.
I do?
Yeah, showed you the video, the whole thing.
Wow, I do not remember any of that. It's like a surprise. Sophie's like, congrats to Aaron Judge for being officially named the captain of the Yanks. And Chris says, yeah, I have electricity and heat, just no water. Learn to appreciate water, people. Yeah, that's pretty poopy. Did they have to, like, turn it off to your block or something? Was it, like, the city water, that, like, pipes that broke? Or your own house pipes? Because if it's your own house, that sucks. Not that it doesn't suck the other way.
It all sucks.
Robbie's like, did you help Travis shovel the snow? Robbie, I shovel my own fucking snow. Okay? You know, I get to shovel snow other places. Not just here. And yes, I did shovel some snow here. But I shoveled driveways at my dad's. Sophie says, but the Mets got Justin Verlander. Robbie's like, oh, D, so
you know,
rude.
I feel like that would be exciting 5 years ago. But not so much. And I get it that he won the Cy Young last year. But he's not going to win it next year.
Yeah. Not going to win it next year. He's a loser face next year.
Well, he's 40-something.
Yeah, he's old. People's like, looked up game day Sugar Bowl tickets. It's about $260 a piece for 50-yard line. That's not bad.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Do it.
If you're in that area.
Robbie says, did Emma increase viewers?
No.
What? Who? Who are we talking about? Diaper pants? No. Sophie's like, that tattoo freak was part of the Tampa Bay's AAA baseball team a long time ago. Wow.
What's
now, if he was part of the AAA baseball team, he is useless.
You gotta move your way through the
loser.
System.
Yeah, he probably never got up to the other system, and that's why he has tattoos all over his face. Because he's a loser face.
Holy
that's probably
crap.
why he got kicked out. They're like, we don't go for that.
We're very inclusive in here.
They're like, mm-mm.
Oh,
yeah.
you're different?
Oh, no, I'm fine with different. I just don't like tattooed face stuff. I think it's weird.
It's the thing to do.
Not cool.
If you don't have M&M teeth and freaking tattoos on your face, you ain't cool.
You're a loser. Well, good. I'm a loser then, and I'm fine with that. I'd rather be that than that. Robbie's like, the second time I saw Rihanna, she was part of an all-day festival, the headliner. Oh, I bet she was the headliner. Harley's like, favorite all-time Christmas present. I don't know. If you asked my younger self, it would have been my Barbie house, I guess. Yeah. As an adult, though, I wouldn't say that was my all-time favorite Christmas present.
I don't know when I got stuff. I don't remember if I got my Nintendo for Christmas or if I just got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
here's the Nintendo. Sweet thing. Someone go play it.
I was always spoiled, so it doesn't work.
I wasn't, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, so it should work for you. You should be able to tell you your favorite Christmas.
My all-time Christmas present. Probably the homemade pajama pants my mom would make us for Christmas. But not like the night before.
You don't get pajamas for the
Not Christmas Eve. Oh. I said my mom would make stuff for us. I got nightgowns and stuff like that on Christmas Day. But we never did like the Christmas Eve pajamas and stuff. We never did stuff like that. Piccolo says he's actually pretty jacked when I seen him next to Keith Lee. The tattoo guy? He can't even put his pants on right. He's got props. Robbie's like, message retracted. And Luke says the tattooed freak was Grandin Gottsman. Spent most of his career in AAA baseball, but did pitch a half a season in MLB.
Yeah, Gottsman sounds very familiar.
Did he have tattoos all over his face then, or did he decide to ruin his life later on?
Oh my God, he's in professional.
He probably did drugs, and he probably decided to tattoo his face.
Hey, maybe that's a thing in Tampa's system.
Tattooing your face?
No, drugs.
Doing drugs and then tattooing your face?
Would you quit with the tattooing the face thing?
But it's true. He tattooed his face, like all over his face. It wasn't like, hey, he's got a little tattoo right here or something. He's like, his whole face is tattooed. His head, his back of his head, the top of his head, the front of his face, everything. Everything is tattooed. I forgot I had antlers.
Got drafted
I would not make a good cow.
And he killed a guy.
I forgot I had antlers. Yeah. He tattooed his face and he killed a guy.
He didn't tattoo his face.
See what happens when you tattoo your face? You just murder people.
There was no tattoos on his face.
Oh, now there's tattoos, though. Because he murdered somebody.
He's got the teardrop. He's like, you want a souvenir? Okay. Okay, I'm going to throw it to you.
Robbie says, is Rack Rod all size and no technique?
Yes.
She's
but it's
brute.
Okay. They need it. You have to have one of those in the women's division.
Sophie says, I don't remember that baseball guy. I don't think any of us do, Sophie. Robbie's like, Liv is useless, man. Or Luke's like, Robbie, you're useless. You know what? You're all fucking useless. It was like staying in a house that didn't have heat and only a wood-burning stove. You learn to appreciate a working heater.
Right.
What? So like you grew up poor?
Liv's boots are untied and they're getting in the way.
No way.
She keeps stepping on the laces and shit.
Nice. She gonna get herself hurt if she ain't careful. She should be over there taking a quick break, rolling out of the ring onto the floor real quick. Tie her goddamn shoe.
Her legs are all sorts of bruised up.
Useless. Useless. Just kidding. She's good as a little punching bag, so she's good for something.
She's got a butt and a face.
Does she? She has a butt face? Not surprising.
No. It's and.
Oh, she's a butt face.
No.
She's a face butt.
No.
Robbie's like, Luke, don't hold back, man. And Luke's like, LOL. It was like, 100% agree, Luke. And Robbie's like, Ayla, you're so kind. Sophie says, did you hear about the Sunday ticket getting moved to YouTube next year?
I did not. That's where it's going.
Oh, is that what's happening? That's pretty stupid.
I've been trying to keep my ear to the grindstone, but I must have missed that. YouTube, huh?
That sounds fucking dumb. I don't agree.
They weren't even in on the bidding.
I don't believe it.
It was Amazon, it was Apple, and...
Lies.
What was the other one? Disney.
Looks like he didn't get kicked out. He retired from baseball after a knee injury. Oh, so he was useless. Well, and then he's like, I'm so useless, I have to tattoo my face. Pico's like, I had a girl once. Face tattoos are too cliche. Right? So it was like, didn't Rihanna do the halftime show like a few years ago?
You know what? I can't answer that question.
Did any body parts fall out? If so, then people might remember. But if not, then nobody cares. Robbie's trying to tell me that Rihanna has some decent tunes. Oh, God, Robbie, stop trying to make fetch happen. Just don't. So it was like, I meant the Sunday football ticket or whatever that Sunday football ticket package is called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You did it right. You got it. You got it. You know.
Sunday ticket.
Pico's like, I bought a karaoke machine for my cousins one year and had a blast. You know what we did too until Travis decided to throw a fit and a tantrum during a rainstorm and left it outside in it. And then it never worked again.
I was at a block party.
You were having a fit. you were and instead of moving it indoors like you could
have.
have.
That we could. You realize we had 40 people there, and we're trying to get everybody under canopies.
I think you just stood there and stared at everything. It's ruined. It's all ruined. Ruined.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was there.
After you fiddled around with it and played with it to get it to work and do stuff with
you act
it.
Like
and then you're like,
and then
I forgot everything.
on only that the rest of the day. No. Then I move on to the next thing.
There's
and then
nothing else. I forgot everything.
I'm a boy. I do one thing at a time.
Don't lie. Robbie's like, I knew Santa didn't exist when I was 5. When I saw my dad try and hide the Nintendo, he got me.
Oh.
Is it more unique not to have a tattoo? I don't know. Is it?
I don't have one. Liv doesn't have one that I can see.
I don't have one. People's like, that was when they were like 11 to 14. Now they are juniors, seniors out of high school. That's cool. Robbie says, some people get their hair tattooed, don't they? What the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry.
Oh my God.
You mean like to look like they have a hair? Like they're bald spots?
What? Is that what he's saying? Oh my God.
Or do you really mean like they take a piece of hair and put a tattoo on it? Please no.
I don't know what's happening with that comment, Robbie, but okay. Pickle's like, she has a better technique than Nia, or even Tamina. Rackrod? Yeah, she does. Walter says, good gauntlet match. Let's see who wins. Robbie says, Ayla, the original Bob Cratchit. Ayla's like, no, I didn't grow up poor. I stayed with April for a little while. Honey, that's being poor.
She wasn't growing up, though.
That's true. Sophie says Ava Marie teased on social media that she is on her way back to the WWE. Robbie says, hello, D laughing. Where is soundboard? Need that cry sound for this match.
Sonya looks fantastic.
Good for
and
her.
The funny thing is these two literally could be sisters.
They could.
Like, if you said they were sisters, nobody would argue with you. You'd be like, oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, you guys are definitely sisters. Totally.
Rackrod getting it taken right to her. And remember, her arm is all fucked up.
I'd rather him get clotheslined on Dynamite than be a sandwich artist. Change my oil.
Wouldn't it be cool if they put Sonya Deville with Ronda and the other girl?
All right, Pico. I'll leave him alone.
Sanya? What the fuck's that bitch name that's with Ronda?
Shayna?
Shayna Baszler. Put the 3 of them together. The old MMA broads. They could literally call it that. That'd be cool.
So it was like, yeah, YouTube and the NFL announced yesterday. Justin Martinez is in the chat, says, don't you think Liv Morgan is sexy? Personally, Justin, I do not. I know that Luke in our chat thinks she's just adorable, and he would take her home and put her in his pocket. There's a couple other people that would, too. I don't really find her that sexy at all.
She has got a fantastic rear end, and she's very pretty in her face.
But it's great that you do. A lot of other people do too. Sophie says moving to YouTube could be a smart move for the NFL.
I don't know about the NFL, but it could definitely be a smart move for YouTube because they're going to get a lot of subscriptions. 1 million.
Yeah. Walter says Liv Morgan and Lacey Evans join Bray Wyatt. Pico says, ha ha ha, stop trying to make work happen.
I wonder how they're going to sell it. Now I want to get online and read about this.
I don't know.
Or do you have to get like YouTube Plus, or is it going to be like a big expensive thing? Because what's it, $300 now?
Something like that. It's fucking dumb. Robbie's like, D, what were you singing on karaoke? I was not. Nobody was singing on karaoke. We were using it to play the radio. Luke says Sunday Ticket will officially be on YouTube starting 23 for multiple years. The deal is worth near $2.5 billion per year.
That's awesome.
Walter's like, Daphne's having a rant on wrestling. LOL. Pico
That's
says,
going to destroy that satellite network. DirecTV. They'll be done. Because they're going to lose over 1 million subscribers from that.
Yeah. Pico says, my go-to karaoke is Bobby Brown's My Prerogative.
Oh, right. You can't go wrong with that.
What's your karaoke go-to?
Baby Got Back.
Yeah. I don't have one, so.
What?
I never did karaoke. Sophie says Tony Khan didn't give Ring of Honor a TV deal because of their Warner Brothers partnership.
22-48.
She earned her championship, and now she's going to get her arm broken again by Ronda and Shayna.
And here comes Ronda.
Chris says people saying Eva Marie is coming back as leader of Toxic Attraction.
No.
What? I thought it was Chelsea Green.
But that would be cool if they did do that. That would be awesome. I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Sophie says, wasn't Netflix in the mix to get the Sunday ticket as well? I don't know if they were.
No,
Walter says Raquel 1's still going. Pico says 2 Doms. Chris says, oh, they are a tag team. And Pico's like, in the ring? 2 Doms in the ring. Chris
it's
says,
not over yet,
Sonya
she says. So are they going to restart it? Is that what their plan is here?
I don't know.
So Ronda says she has to beat Shayna now?
I guess.
Well, I'm going to start this as a separate match.
They didn't even ring a bell. Didn't they end the whole thing? She's like, here, let me take this off your arm. Robbie says, no, people who are bold have their hair tattooed on to look... Oh, bald. Have their hair tattooed on to look like they have a haircut to, like, a grade 1. Or 0. Yeah, that sounds weird. Looks like Sonya's tag sticking out is driving me bonkers.
Look at this. She's going to get rolled up.
You know, I wasn't watching, so I had no idea.
So she won anyway, so it doesn't matter. It took her a whole 39 seconds.
Yay, good job.
Rackrod wins the whole thing.
I didn't even see Sonya's tag sticking out, so I couldn't even tell you. I didn't even watch one part of that match. I was trying to get caught up on chat. Sophie says, do you think if NFL Big Sunday Ticket thing will open the door for other sports to get the same type of deal? Other sports don't really have that.
They already had it, and other sports do that. There's the 3 major sports have it. I don't know if hockey has it, but the other 2 have it.
You mean NBA has one?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they had one.
It's called Game Pass.
Oh. Yeah, it was like, what the fuck, Ravi? Did you make that up? And Sophie's like, and I wonder how this YouTube deal will affect their Amazon deal.
It's not going to do anything with it. It's just like, they're still going to have their TV deals. It's just now you can watch whatever game you want, but it has to be out of your area, right? Like, because blackouts apply.
Mm-hmm.
So if you live somewhere by a team, then you won't be able to watch that team. But.
Right. Robbie says, go on, do you trying to sing Rihanna on karaoke? Dude, I can't even name you a song.
I think she sings that, I'm perfectly bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the chair, I think there's something to the smell of it.
Oh, okay. I guess that might be her. I don't think so, but I guess. Anyways, Robbie, that's probably your go-to songs. Vanilla Ice Ice Baby is Ayla's. And Robbie's like, Proud Mary is a fun sing-along. Walter says Raquel won, great job. Robbie says Ayla, no, it's actually a thing.
By Credence or by, what's her name, Tina Turner?
Yeah, which one are we talking about, Robbie? Probably Tina Turner. It sounds like we're in his wheelhouse.
Tina Turner is pretty damn fun to sing with.
Robbie says, Ayla, no, it's actually a thing. And Luke says, Chelsea Green may not be with WWE after her latest photos came out. LOL. Oh, no. Is she doing a Mandy? Oh, man, they can't have her play on their stuff.
She closed down her OnlyFans like a week ago. Like, why would she close down her OnlyFans if she isn't signing?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my only question. That's why I think she's doing it.
But she had latest photos come out, so if the photos have gotten out, that's what happened to Mandy if things got leaked, and that's why they got rid of her.
Right, because she was under contract. If she wasn't under contract, they wouldn't care. Triple H doesn't care if they show their pussies or their vaginas. He cares that they did it under contract with him or his company or WWE. That's the part that's a slap in the face. She's not in the company. She can do whatever she wants. She can do with porn. She wants to.
I don't care what you say. They still did her wrong. I don't care what you lighten to say. I don't care what you want to justify. That you think it was a good idea to get rid of her.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I think that you're a bastard.
I feel like they should have suspended her for a minute, made her take it down, and if she didn't, then get rid of her, obviously, because it needs to be gone under their company, and then bring her back. But suspending, not firing, that's just stupid to me.
Walter says, oh no, poor Raquel, and Anna says, Robbie, you're a fool. Luke says, if they got rid of Mandy, then Chelsea could definitely be getting in trouble. Sophie says Chelsea Green did shut down her OnlyFans account. And Walter says Raquel won victory. Piccolo says 2 seconds later fruit roll up. And Demetrius Bryant in the chat says, I can't see it because we ain't showing it.
We can't show
Copyright. Rules.
But we will tell you what's happening. Right now it's actually a commercial, but Rack Raw just won the women's gauntlet match.
Yeah, she won the women's gauntlet match by finishing off Sonya Deville. And then Ronda came out with Shayna and said, you have to beat Shayna in order for you to really get that chance. And so she did.
She beat her in 39 seconds.
With the fruit roll up.
Rolled her up.
Luke says she shut down OnlyFans, but still is on another site that dropped new photos yesterday. Well, there you go. See?
She's still not under contract.
Piccolo says they should have made it a separate match altogether. Shayna would destroy her arm. Chris says Uncle Howdy. And Sophie says, I could see YouTube getting all the sports package for every sports. Vindicator says, feels like Ronda versus Raquel would be a filler match, but then have Ronda lose the title to Spawn to bring it full circle. Which absolute crap, of course.
You can't do it. It's got to be Becky with Ronda. Charlotte one doesn't make any sense. Charlotte is going to be beating Esther for the championship at WrestleMania.
People's like, I just put one Rihanna song in this chat work. Oh, is that a song? I wouldn't know.
I honestly only know that one, Sitting in an Old Monte Carlo. That song. That's the one that slowed down.
Oh.
Badass.
Sophie says, but YouTube for now is free, and there is no talk on how much the Sunday ticket will cost for next year. Okay, so YouTube's TV package, Sophie, isn't free. You have to pay for that.
Yeah.
And it's like $60 a fucking month, and I think it's gone up from that. So you're paying a buttload of money for that already.
YouTube TV.
Then you get to pay a buttload of money for that Sunday ticket package because that's what they do.
I'm just wondering if you have to have the YouTube TV to get it, or if you can just pay for just the NFL, because that'd be okay. But I don't want to pay $50 plus.
What good would it be if they were like, yeah, you can totally just pay for that? And that ain't gonna fly. They're gonna be like, you have to have YouTube TV in order to have it.
I don't know if they'll go that route.
I bet they will. Robbie says Tina Turner, big wheels keep on turning, LOL. Oh, that's your favorite one then, huh? At the karaoke machine, Robbie? Not surprising. Piccolo says, I sang Black Betty once at a work Christmas party.
Paradise City is the hardest song to do karaoke to. I thought it was going to be easy, and we were hammered drunk. A buddy of mine was going to prison like in a couple days, and it was his birthday. So we went and did it at the Center Street.
What song was that one?
Paradise City by Guns N' Roses.
Oh, God. That's so hard.
Dude, I lost it like halfway through the first part. And so I just started chanting First Nash because we're at the First National Bar. And I had the whole crowd just jumping up and down. First Nash to Paradise City. Scott's still trying because he can dance like Axl Rose up there. So he's doing all the fancy footwork.
Ella wants Robbie to go tongue punch someone's lawn. And Robbie's like, do women get a bad rep for having OnlyFans? Well, considering that it's almost like porn, probably.
It just depends. I mean, obviously, to each their own.
Sophie's like, Mandy is making more money now than she did while working for the WWE. Ayla says, Ravi, are you asking us because real life women don't talk to you? Chris says, oh, the way they just transitioned to commercial, the light it showed Ric Flair coming out of the light. He is Uncle Howdy. Piccolo says, you got to give that old bastard credit. Flair recovering from the hospital and still trying to put on a Broadway.
He's something else.
Robbie says, I did sing Eye of the Tiger once with a couple of mates on holiday once. That was funny.
I bet you that would be blast.
Sophie says that Ric Flair Peacock documentary looks like an interesting watch. Joseph Martinez says, don't you think Liv Morgan is cute? I love her.
Smoke show. All right, here comes Bray Wyatt.
Liv Morgan is okay. And there's a lot of people that love her and think she's cute. Sophie says, I am betting they are saving Charlotte back to TV the first week. Robbie says, oh, so Ayla, so you're saying it does. Vindicator says, Mandy showed so much of her cheeks on NXT. I'm still surprised she felt the need to do a softcore Pornhub type of site. Well, but it's all about racking up the Benjamins. Looks like Sophie, Mandy is making more money because of the publicity from her being fired. Yeah. Good for WWE making her life so much easier. Robbie's like, is YouTube TV worth it? No. What are you doing?
I'm trying to save this before that comes unraveled.
Why do you keep playing with it and ruining things? Why do you have to ruin things? Just ruin everything. Robbie's like, is YouTube TV? I don't know, dude. It was like, does what? And Sophie's like, pretty soon there will be no TV. If SmackDown or Raw wasn't on TV, we would have gotten rid of cable by now.
I'm pretty sure I would too. If I could find a way to watch wrestling, I'm pretty sure that.
Robbie says, not Graceland's Paul Simon is hard to sing. Vindicator says, the Eater of Worlds and Christmas glazed ham. Sophie says, I don't do karaoke. And Luke says, from what I can see, Sunday Ticket will be available on YouTube TV and as an add-on purchase for YouTube, similar to YouTube Premium. So you could have basic YouTube and Sunday Ticket. Yeah, right, but you still have to buy YouTube TV, right? You still have to be a subscriber to YouTube TV, correct?
No, that's not what he's saying.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I thought he just said you just turn on YouTube and turn on your account and you can watch the game. As a standalone.
Looks like Robbie, I like YouTube TV. Robbie says he has a secret stash of Benjamins. Don't we all? Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you next stream Wednesday, AEW. Bye, Walter. We'll probably kind of happen here on Monday for that whatever show. But we might play video games. But who knows? We might see you then. If not, have a Merry Christmas, Walter. You take care out there. Be safe. Stay warm. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully it's a 3-day weekend. Sophie says, what's the difference between YouTube TV and Sling? Aren't they the same thing? It's like, no. Night, Walter. Robbie says, what do you get on YouTube TV? People's like, Merry Christmas, Walter. And Ayla says, TV on YouTube, Robbie. It looks like, no, you would not need to have YouTube TV. Okay. Sophie says, you telling me regular YouTube isn't YouTube TV? That's what I'm saying. Regular YouTube isn't YouTube TV. Robbie says, Ayla, gold star for you. And looks like you would just purchase Sunday Ticket as an add-on. Like you can get YouTube Premium as an add-on. Thinker says, hey, Travis, hold up the tall part of your cap. Let's see the full length of it.
I can't.
He can't. His arms aren't long enough.
No, yours aren't long enough. Look at the size of this thing. Here, you grab it and pull it that way. That's fully erect.
It's kind of broken. It's got a problem. Needs to go see a doctor.
A cockologist.
A cockologist about it. Ayla says YouTube TV is $35 a month plus the payment for some shows and movies. So it's like, football on YouTube TV, stupid move. I think it's just weird that they would like do that. That means that they have to have it as an app. That's just weird. Why is he giggling? What's he talking about? Who the fuck is Uncle Howdy? I don't know who Uncle Howdy is, and nor do I care. Pickle's like, not yet. Wait till Jade Cargill comes on.
Yeah.
So he says, I thought the NFL have a streaming service. Do they?
They do. Know. It's not for your phone, and you can get it.
Oh.
But it only plays, like, parts of games or something. I can't remember what exactly I read, because I was like, why don't they just do their own?
Right.
But there's just no money in it. They're not going to make billions. They can just sell it to other companies for billions. Isn't that weird that a company doesn't want their own product?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want the NFL. I own it. I don't want it because I won't make any money. I'm going to sell it to you and I'll make twice as much.
Why is he attacking the camera guy?
Why wouldn't he? It's the only guy he can beat up right now.
What did the camera guy ever do? This is weird. Bizarro.
They better suspend him, till WrestleMania?
I'm in Bizarro World. Luke says YouTube TV has as many channels as cable TV, Robbie, but the thing is, you don't need a TV or cable company to have YouTube TV. You purchase it and watch it from your devices.
Right. Yeah, I definitely like the idea of it, and I haven't got back into it, but it was the one that I went to when Fox wasn't on our satellite anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But it was only for like a second because then I found that you could watch it on the Fox Sports app. But I literally did sign up for the free version for 7 days because I was panicking. because SmackDown had moved to Fox, and it was an hour late.
Yeah. Maybe an hour late. Ugh. No. The sleeves are really long. Which is abnormal for me. See?
Is it Abby normal?
No. It's not normal.
It is very Abby
I
normal.
hope this was right. Was it in commercial? Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was on a weird...
There's an alcoholic one right now.
Weird commercial.
Alcohol and candy.
Obviously, I thought that was your Uncle D. LOL. No, my uncles are dead. I was like, oh, right, Luke. So it was like with Amazon Prime, some shows and movies are free and some you have to buy a certain amount.
Right, yeah, because some come with your Prime account and some don't.
Mm-hmm. Vindicator says, that's a funny, the whole fully erect part, maybe a result of the Mandy discussion. Oh, kidding, but Travis could attach a hook to it and go fishing. It was like, Lord, I got all warm and cozy, and then my child unplugged the heat pad, didn't notice until it got cold again. Oh, that's sweet. You didn't want you to start on fire. Looks like I like YouTube TV more than Hulu TV because YouTube has the channel Ghost Adventures is on.
Ah, yeah. That's the problem. I want one that has them all.
Yeah, me too. That's why I have what I have.
But the problem with that moving forward is that it won't have the NFL.
So if it's like with YouTube TV, they're trying to get a lot of subscribers with this NFL Sunday Ticket thing. Yeah, but they don't have to. What they just said to me. You don't have to have YouTube TV in order to get the NFL ticket. You could just go on YouTube and add it. So you could just be an NFL Sunday Ticket subscriber, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's going to be like $300 a year. Hopefully they do like
that's fucking ridiculous.
Badass deals for it.
They'd have to. That's ridiculous. Vinegar's like, or a hold up again with a mistletoe attached to it, but Dalitha would never want to kiss him on camera, not even for Robbie.
Is Google aligned with anybody else, with anything else? Because that would be the beauty, is if they were Walmart, and you got the Walmart subscription, so therefore you got NFL Sunday Ticket, or you know, like Paramount is.
Right, yeah, I get it, what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I was hoping it would go to Amazon, because I figure if you had Prime...
You might get a deal on it.
You would get it a little bit, like $200 instead of $300.
Right. I don't know. I don't know if even Prime is worth it anymore, Amazon Prime.
I got to tell Danny, too. I told Tony and Lauren. But Danny's the guy that buys it.
Vindicator says that. Sophie says there's Hulu TV. Didn't know that. It looks like YouTube TV has more TV channels and specialized channels. Hulu has more premium movie channels like HBO and more sports channels. Ayla says, that's a good idea. Fire. Robbie says, was life better before social media? I think it was. Ayla's like, what even was life before social media? Better than it is now. So he's like, I'm surprised for a popular sport like the NFL that they made a deal with YouTube TV.
I guess it depends on what you mean better. Like life is exactly the same. Go outside and it's exactly the same.
Just don't take your phone with you. Don't update your status all the time.
Go fishing.
Don't.
Exactly the same.
Just don't take your phone with you to those events. You can do all the same stuff.
Lothario's is going to be on.
The what? Humberto? They're actually going to show him? Weird.
So maybe they're getting sick of Bray already, and they're going to suspend him and push this storyline back.
I don't know.
Because nothing's happening, and now they're getting rid of it?
I don't know, but it's irritating, so...
I'm trying to be patient. Oh, it's Rey Mysterio.
What's he doing? I thought he was broken. Who's his partner going to be?
I don't know who his partner's going to be, but he's going to get beat up by Karrion. We're going to see some Karrion Kross stuff finally.
Maybe.
Right? Because Karrion's the one that's coming after him.
Probably. I guess I don't know. So it says, I'm surprised for a popular sport like the NFL that they made a deal with YouTube TV. Ayla says HBO Max is supposedly being canceled or merging with Discovery. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, it's a merger. It's just going to be called Max.
Supposedly going to be called Max.
Maybe.
My question is like the deals that are already in place with certain places, are those going to continue?
Right. Am I still going to get it for free because I have AT&T?
Yeah, because if not, then they can go suck dick, and I better get like my price of my phone better go way fucking down.
Unless they give me the Playboy channel, you know what I mean?
Ew, God no, gross. I don't actually. No, not even a little. Vindicator's like, Bray attacking stagehands or cameramen doesn't mean anything to anybody. Wasted segment.
There he is, Karrion Kross.
Oh no,
and
he was
smoke
there.
show up in the crowd.
Chris says, my boy Garza out there. Sophie says, HBO Max and Discovery Plus are merging sometime next year, but no price has been announced. Ayla says, what are you guys talking about? Leave my phone. How would I brag about the fish I caught? Who would believe me if I didn't get pics and a selfie?
That's why it's called a fish story.
Vindicator says, Sophie finally got Ayla to start speaking like her. I knew they were sisters from another mother.
Smoke all over the audience. You missed it.
Yeah, that's all right. Bobby says, hello, the Playboy channel. And Ayla's like, I heard that. Oh, man. I almost caught it. So it was like HBO Max did pull some shows and movies from their service the last week. Oh,
yeah, I read that a lot of companies are going to start doing that. They're going to pull older shows. So you can't watch them anymore.
Why would they do that?
Because they have to pay those actors when they have them on their networks. And so a lot of those shows are still paying, and they don't feel like they're the ones that are bringing in new eyes. So they're not canceling, but they're taking them off their network.
I don't like it when they do stupid shit like that.
But then that way, they don't have to pay the actors anymore. Or well, it is the actors because they own the
looks like
production company.
Luke says that Netflix will officially end password sharing for all users starting early next year. What does that even mean, Luke? Password sharing.
I know in South America they were trying something where you could pay to password share, like a couple bucks extra. They were trying that down in South America. I don't know if that's what they're planning on doing here, because it's kind of impossible to cancel it. Like, does that mean you can't watch Netflix outside your house?
I know, right?
So, like, if you can't watch it on your deck?
I can't watch it if I'm not. Wonder if I'm not on my Wi-Fi.
That's what you can't.
I'm not in my IP address, you fuck faces. Then what?
That's what we're
Oh my God. Wonder if it's attached to an address that I don't always am at and I want to watch it somewhere else.
That would be password sharing.
What a bunch of dumb fuckers. It looks like I heard if you suck enough dick, you can get free Amazon shipping for free. Yeah? It says, who had the better talk show? Jerry, Dr. Phil, Ricky Lake. Robbie, seriously, dude, why don't you go research this shit? Why don't you ask your friends?
I don't know. Ricky Lake's in a song. Do you remember that song? Because you could always go on Ricky Lake. So, da 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 da.
I have no idea. Vindicator says, Travis, you should look at Sheamus channel Celtic Warrior workouts. Karrion and Scarlett do a hilarious routine with each other.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, I think, is that where she sits on his chest while he's doing, like, pelvic thrusts or whatever they're called? I think I've seen that one.
Says, how does that work exactly, Luke? So only one device? Sophie says all 3 John Wick movies are going to be on HBO Max for the entire month of January. Then they will pull it on January 31st.
Right.
Yeah. They do that with stuff all the time, Sophie. Pico says, is that truly the issue? Chris says Scarlett wants Garza. I can see her eyeing him.
She probably does.
You better save your man, Chris. I'm just kidding.
But if it was up to her, she would probably pick the other one.
Pickle says, when will Netflix learn about other sources of income? I don't know. Ayla says, I heard if you say Bloody Mary enough times in the mirror, you can get COVID.
Science.
Sophie says, I think he means by Netflix password sharing is that whoever has your password from a different state can't go on it anymore.
Right, that's what I'm getting at.
Luke says, it means that you will no longer be able to give a password to someone else. You will have to tie your account to a specific device like your phone or a smart TV, a basic Netflix account.
Right, so
give you 2 devices to use that will be tied to the address. I'm not sure all the details, but it's something they've been working on for 2 years.
Right.
So you can't go anywhere and watch Netflix anywhere now?
Well, I'll tell you in a second how to deal with it. So that's how my DAZN is. I can have it on 5 devices.
Rey Mysterio one.
And so every time that I want to get on, it says I can't get onto this device. And so I have to go to their website, and then at the top it says accounts, and then I go down and then over, and then click on devices, and then I have to delete devices and then add the device that I'm on. it'll say this device tried to log in. Do you want to accept it? And then you put it up in the box, and then you can watch it from that device.
Oh wow! So that's really
DAZN,
great.
And that's 5 accounts. Voodoo used to have 5 accounts. They got rid of that. So Voodoo, I can have unlimited devices now, but it used to just be 5 also.
I think Netflix is gonna fuck themselves, and they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Netflix actually
what a bunch
has
of dumb assholes.
The option to have more than 2 devices right now. It's like
they do. You pay way more money for it too.
So are they just gonna keep the more expensive pay grade and then lower the devices?
Luke, I have the same one, so that's why I'm asking. Are you gonna keep 4 devices? Like, I still think that's fucking dumb. So, are you saying that you can only have it downloaded on 4 devices?
Yes,
too?
That's what he's saying. You can only have it on so many devices.
Well, that's fucking stupid. People have multiple fucking devices in their house, for fuck's sake. We have fucking 4 goddamn computers and 2 cell phones and 12 fucking iPads or whatever you fucking want to call them.
Right.
And you're 5 smart TVs, and you're saying that I'm only allowed to have them on some... I pay for the motherfucking shit, you dumb assholes. I should be able to have it on every single motherfucking device that I have. You know what? Netflix, you're a fucking moron if you think that this is going to fucking work for you. I hope to God you guys go under with your stupid programming that you fucking put out now, too. Fuck you. You guys only have like a couple good shows every once in a blue fucking moon. Dumb bastards. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
You try to get your bells jingling while you're screaming.
Doesn't take much.
Every time I hear that, I'm like looking for Leopold. I'm like, where is it? But it's you.
That's the dumbest fucking thing. I hope it blows up in their fucking face.
Well, obviously you could still get around it. You just got to keep your site open so you can disable devices constantly. I have to do it with my DAZN all the time.
It's fucking
What's
dumb.
funny is I only use 2 devices on DAZN and I have to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
And
that's what's going to be the problem.
Spaces.
You have multiple. And the other question I have is, how are they going to make sure, like, oh, you can have it on these devices. Oh, well, this device isn't at your address. Well, fuck you. I'm not home, you dumb bastard.
They're not going to know that.
Oh, really? They're not going to go off your IP?
No.
Sounds to me like that's what they're trying to do. Oh, no, you're not home watching Netflix? How dare you?
They're not going to do that because people have cell phones and they travel and watch it in hotels. And
yeah, people do that shit. Oh my God, they put it on other devices too, so they don't have to just watch it on their fucking cell phones. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't take my fucking TV with me everywhere I go, you dumb bastards.
Aspect of life. It doesn't matter the aspect of life, but this happens in every aspect of life. You have a pendulum that swings, so they're doing an extreme because everybody's sharing their passwords over here. So they're going to do an extreme over here, but it will settle back down. It always happens. Yeah.
It's called everybody fucking says fuck Netflix and cancels their shit. That's what's going to happen.
No, it won't.
Yeah, they're going to lose a lot. They lost a lot of people the last time they pulled this fucking shit and said anything about it.
They are going to lose some accounts, but they might gain some.
They're not going to gain anything.
Hopefully they lower their prices because they don't have any good shows anymore.
They don't. They don't have anything from any other streaming places. They have to do their own shit. And half the time, their shit isn't that good. And most of it, they get from fucking Korea. Like, I don't want to watch fucking Korean stuff. I'm sorry. I'm glad they have shows. I don't want to watch them. Fucking dumb. What a bunch of dumb assholes.
Is it North Korean?
Probably. That's probably why it's more stupid. Because it is. North Korea. What a bunch of dumb assholes.
Your bells. Jingle, jingle, jingle. It's hard to take you seriously with ears and horns. When you start doing your foot stomping and then rub it.
You need to. It looks like Ben is out better. Do I sound like Sophie? Let's see. Ayla says, so Luke, my kid can't watch Netflix on his iPad. We can only watch on our smart TV. And Sophie says, some streaming services aren't that bad, like Netflix and HBO Max. And Ravi says, is everything turning to apps for TV? Ravi, where the fuck have you been for the last 8 years? Like, seriously, fucker. Where have you been? Like, you haven't noticed that shit? Jesus fucking Christ. It was like my boss has his Netflix set up and his house and at work 2 different addresses. Chris says, or you have to be in the correct location to stream. Looks like Ella depends on the type of account. I have Netflix Premium.
Oh, Emma just smacked the Smoke Show. Damn.
Who did?
Emma.
Oh, nice. Smack
They're going to set up Emma versus Smoke Show, maybe New Year's.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma, don't be the weird
God,
police.
she's talking.
She's the toxic police.
Vindicator says,
She's
yeah.
a cop. Listen. How do you get off?
How do you get off doing that?
Legend.
Legend.
Like Dominik Mysterio's dad.
Can Scarlett even wrestle?
Yeah,
I didn't think
she wrestled in,
wrestles.
In other organizations. She does this like stink face thing where she rubs her butt on her face.
Oh, that's kind of
I don't know if
gross.
she'll do it here. What?
What?
When they talk like that, when they do those short bursts,
what?
it's because they don't know how to do promos.
Right. Vinegar says, yeah, that's the one, Travis. So funny, but real talk. Scarlett is surprisingly strong and buff. They've been letting her wrestle more on house shows lately. Hope she gets a title soon instead of Spawn. That's not going to happen, Vin. Rob is like, dear, Netflix just acting stupid. Sophie says, but there are people that always find a loophole with the Netflix password thing. People do find a way to get around.
Yeah, you're just going to have to log in and disconnect and then reconnect.
Pico says, yeah, you think a household can only watch one thing at once. Robbie's like, haha, D. Sophie's like, I think this Netflix password thing will make them lose a lot of subscribers. And looks like, I feel bad that Talitha's angry. It was like, have my TV, my 2 Xboxes, my phone, Jordan's phone, Ozzy's iPad, and 2 other TVs. Vindicator says, love that we got Christmas time to Letha rant for 22. Already looking forward to one coming in 23. Sophie says, Netflix has been wanting people to not share passwords for years now. Robbie says, rants from D, the new YouTube channel coming soon. Make sure to subscribe. Luke says, Netflix has already been losing subscribers due to them dropping shows. Yeah, because they're fucking dumb. They're dumb motherfuckers.
The next thing they're going to do
you, Netflix.
Is that you have to take your smartphone, take a picture of your iris, send it to them in an email. Then they'll activate that device.
Yeah, but they don't know how to use email because they're too stupid to figure that out even.
It's an instant message.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, that's how they'll do it for everything.
Instant message.
And then you have to stand by a street sign, the mile marker on the interstate.
You have to have a newspaper. Oh, wait, they don't have those anymore.
You have to have a site that you visit to certify you that you're legit.
You give them your firstborn child.
As
your
collateral.
social security number and everything else.
When you're watching it, they have to watch you through the camera to make sure it's really you watching it.
Exactly.
Netflix.
Who is it?
Don't say that. What if somebody just comes in? Somebody could be knocking right now. We don't know.
Argus might, or not Argus, Naxos might kill him.
That's the point.
He doesn't know who it is.
Antagonize.
I'll murder your face.
Sam just walked in today because I was in the kitchen and I had the door open, but the screen was shut.
Right.
And so he like kind of
because you wanted to kill Charlie.
No, because I just got done sweeping outside. Do you want to hear the story or not?
Yes.
Okay. So anyways, he just kind of like opened it and was like, and I'm like, hey. And Naxos is like, as he went and sat by in your chair or whatever, he's like,
I tell people all the time, you just got to walk in like you own the place and he won't do a damn thing. Like, what? You just came in my house and sat down like a normal?
I ain't know you.
Like my mama does that. It's weird.
He was beside himself. He was just like,
who are you? What do I do?
I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it.
So I was like, I watch Netflix every once in a while. It was like, also, if it's per device, you can share my TV, my sister in Oregon, Talitha down the road, my cousin in prison, so on.
Right, and you
But
can
what if
share...
I pay half and Travis pays the other half, but it's in my name? What the fuck?
Right, so here's the thing. You could still do it. They're just adding steps to make it difficult. That's it. Like, you're still going to be able to do it. There's no way they can stop
Netflix is stupid. They're doing dumb things that's going to fucking hurt them, and they're cutting off their nose to spite their face. Literally, that's what they're doing.
Right. They
just
think
morons.
That if you're getting it for free or half price through working with somebody else, then you'll get it yourself, and they'll have it themselves, and then they'll make double the money.
Sophie says most of the shows on Netflix, they are on other streaming services. Yeah, and guess what? Netflix doesn't even have half of them.
Sony is the only one that works with Netflix because Sony does not have their own network yet. But once they get their own network,
which they probably will,
then it's done. It's over for
Netflix. Will be fucked. Fuck them. Netflix used to be cool. Now they're just fucking stupid.
Hey, I like that show that was on there, but it's a Sony show. But the one with, was it Mark Wahlberg in that one?
Probably.
But it's got Spider-Man
in everything.
In it. We just watched it. It was
Uncharted. Yeah. Piccolo says those subtitle shows can be a bit much. I don't even bother watching them. Robbie's like, D, when did you start watching Korean shows? I don't. They're just everywhere. Go do a search on fucking Netflix. And you might find 1 or 2 normal shows, and the rest of them will be all those, like, Korean Bollywood shows. You're just like, what the motherfucking fuck? Like, who fucking decided that this is what we should be watching? Fuck you, Netflix. Fuck you. I am paying this much money to watch this fucking garbage. Bullshit.
And it's super expensive. That's the problem. Like, if it was $9 or $12 like some of these other apps, but it's not. It's like 19 or 20.
And that's for 4 devices. You're already paying money for only so many devices, by the way.
I know.
That you can stream on 4 devices at once.
Yeah.
Now they're like, well, you can only have the app on like 2.
We'll read about it.
But you can only stream on 1.
And why is this the sole purpose of our show tonight is Netflix bashing?
I don't know, because there's nothing happening except John Cena and nobody's on our TV right now.
I've literally talked about it for months, getting rid of Netflix.
And your point?
Just saying, like, this changes Netflix in my brain at all. None.
Remember what happened when I didn't pay for Hulu and your daughter was like, I was watching a show on there.
Right, I was going to ask her if she's watching anything, but I do want to watch You People.
Yeah, there's a couple of things I want to watch on there too. So it's like, I got to finish Wednesday now because I am invested.
Oh, God. How long have you been watching?
I watched almost all the episodes, so I'm invested. I got to finish it.
Well, it's going to be on yearly, so you're going to keep it for years?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Did they release all the episodes at once?
I don't know what they do.
Well, you've seen it, so.
Yeah, but it came out a long time ago, so I have absolutely no idea what they did.
Next week, huh? Ronda Rousey versus Rack Rod. That should be a good one.
Women's Championship. Ew.
But first, we got cookies.
Who made a whole bunch of Christmas treats this year? I did not.
I should get some stuff and make some cookies.
You should do what?
Make some cookies.
Sure, weirdo. You have all your shit. Do it.
I know. That's what I said. I'll have to look it up again and see how to do it.
Then here's like, dumb bastards, all of them. Burn them all to fucking hell. That's right, Ben. Exactly. People's like, you're on a roll, D. And it was like North Korea's new hot show starring Kim Jong-un for 21 minutes straight. Does he just sit there and stare at the TV eating all the food that his people don't get? People's like, I wish I had a highlight reel of D rants. That would make my year.
Right.
So he says there's sometimes Netflix cancels popular shows. People says, oh, Scarlet cream filling in an Oreo cross in a sandwich. It's an interesting way to put it, people. Robbie's like, Netflix does have a lot of repeats because like Christmas came early. It was like, well, not saying Netflix is amazing. I'm just annoyed because it's my money. I should be able to watch when and where I want and share if I feel like it.
877 cash now.
Yeah, it's my money. 877 cash. Do you need your money from your annuity or whatever the hell it is? Your
lottery winnings or annuities.
Blue Lanterns in the chat. Hey, Blue says
hey,
HBO
Blue.
Max is way better than Netflix. Yeah,
well,
that's probably going away too. So there you go.
They're all different. That's the problem, is you have to have them all, and it's stupid.
Sophie's like, Paramount Plus is a little bit better than Netflix. It was like, well, Blue, you missed it. HBO Max is going away. Robbie says, is Netflix worth the money or is there better out there? Fuck, I don't know, Robbie. You have to make up your own damn mind about your shit.
It depends on what you want to watch. Each one of them has different things.
That's the fucking... This is what I hate about it. This is what it has come down to. This is why I hated it when it started. I told Travis that it was going to be a shit show when it happened. every single motherfucker out there wanting their own fucking app and charging $6 to $10 to watch their fucking shit just on their fucking app, and you can't get it anywhere else. So now you're paying 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 20, 200 fucking dollars to watch all the things you want to watch.
I just wish that what they would do
plus internet prices
is, if they're going to do that, put TV on there too, because now it's like you have to pay for TV over here and then all your movies over here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking dumb.
It's kind of weird, because in the old days when you wanted to watch a movie, you just went to a rental store.
Yeah. And you just rented the fucker for like 3 days for like $4, and you were done and watched it, and that was it.
I forgot about that. Maybe we shouldn't get all these sites. I just woke up.
Yeah.
Like, because you just get those sites for movies.
Exactly. That's it, basically.
That's pretty funny.
A lot of them are just for that.
Yeah, because you don't get the TV with it.
Yeah,
so
you don't get
like
to watch.
The old days,
you get to watch TV shows, but the TV shows, they don't release the shit until 24 hours from when it actually played on the fucking TV.
Exactly, yeah. Huh. Yeah, you don't need any of these sites. Never mind. I'm not mad anymore. It's all luxury.
It is.
I was thinking, like, because you have to have TV, but that's separate. Huh. My brain just woke up. Sorry, guys. Yeah, because it's like having a subscription to a video store.
Yes,
but like 5 different stores, because each store has their
different
own
stuff. Yeah.
And you're like, well, I can only watch the Paramount ones over here. Where's Black Adam at? I don't know. Who was the producer of it?
Yeah.
That's how you'd have... That's stupid shit.
Isn't it?
They should put all those in one fucking place.
Yes, they should. Yeah.
Oh, like a video store used to be.
What? That's so weird! How could we ever have something that was cool and better than it is now? Bastards.
Can't.
It's like, well, Blue, you missed it. HBO Max is going away. Well, not necessarily, but Rise like, is Netflix worth the money out there? It's it looks like no, it's not. Sophie, Paramount sucks. Blue says, what do you mean it's going away? People's like,
they're just changing the name of it, and they're adding another streaming service to it. It's fine.
Sophie's like, HBO Max and Discovery Plus are merging. Blue, and Ayla says, I like Netflix personally, but I like most of the streaming services I have. Just depends on what I want to watch. Sophie says, I never watched anything on Tubi. Blue says, that's not going away. That's getting better. Is it? I don't know if it's getting better.
It is.
Discovery on the Max.
Right.
It depends. Now, if they change the price to more, then no, it's not getting fucking better. That's not better. That's fucking stupid. Ayla's like, is it? They're getting rid of most of their stuff. Ayla's like, Travis, I don't like steps. I don't like change. Laughing. Ravi says, Netflix, they don't want you to give away your account to friends and family. People think Netflix equals the Young Bucks because fuck them. Sophie says, I don't know why Netflix is making stupid moves. And Blue says, the only thing I like about Netflix is they drop a whole season at once. It's unique, and I love it. You know, Blue, the funny thing about it is they're going to change how they sell their shit. Then they're going to change that, too. So you're all going to be fucked. They're going to be like, no, we're just going to have it, like, drop one a week. So there you go. And then everybody's going to be even more mad. It's going to be fun. People's like, I go to Netflix for trash reality. Looks like the 2 things Netflix has that other services doesn't. Wednesday and all the good live stand-up comedy shows.
I do like the stand-up.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's all they have really going for them right now. Like, it's
not
just
the
weird.
Nikki Glaser stuff.
Oh, God.
Not a fan of her anymore.
Terrible.
And it has nothing. It's not a political thing at all, by the way.
Hell no.
It's just really bad
I don't
comedy.
like her comedy. Like, I cannot stand her comedy. When
like
you were like, she's so funny, and I was just like...
Because she is, when she's talking to, like, Joe Rogan or other people, like, she's funny. She's a funny human.
But you were like, here, watch her stand up, and I did, and I was like, God, I can't handle this. I had to turn it off,
if
Travis.
You let me finish. Yeah, they wouldn't... I tried my hardest to watch it for it to get better. I'm like, maybe the last joke will run back to the first joke and it'll get good. It just wouldn't get better. And there's some funny women out there.
Oh my God, they are hilarious fucking women. Like the other ones are like freaking hilarious. That one lady, hilarious.
The one that's in the movie with Marky Mark.
She's pretty funny.
Red Line or Red Notice.
Yeah.
Or Red,
yeah, whatever that one is. Yeah.
Or Uncle Fester. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Got it. Yep. Yeah.
She's fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Eliza or something, I think
yes.
is her name.
Yeah. There's some really funny ones, but her, oh God, she's bad. I don't care what her comedy is about. I've heard many a women make fucking sex funny and blah, 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 and dick stuff and blah, blah, whatever. That is not it. Her whole, how she, like,
her timing.
Not that, and, like, how she performs, or how she
Anyway,
executes.
So we do have,
that's the word I was looking for.
Out here.
How she executes her comedy is fucking awful, and it's not funny. She's terrible. It was like Vin telling them to fucking burn in fire in hell, haha. Piccolo says, wait, a John Cena highlight reel? Oh, goody.
Yeah, we had a John Cena one, and then we had a
swore my way all the way through
Iron Lacey Evans one.
Sophie says, I go to Netflix to watch certain shows. Robbie says, do you know Netflix doesn't have many new shows? Yeah, they fucking don't. Sophie's like, I saw Glass Onion, the Knives Out mystery. That's cool. Blue says, I hate John Cena, and now he's going to beat Sami Zayn, which will piss off Roman, and he will treat Sami like a loser, and Sami will turn face. I hate John Cena even more now. God, Blue just talked himself right into hating John Cena more.
Right. I mean, it's a tag team match, so.
That's called narrative, as Travis tells me.
That is narrative. You got to stop that narrative.
Pickle says, oh, and big mouth, and F is for family. Sophie says, I thought they were saving Ronda versus Raquel for the Rumble.
Yeah, they're doing it next Friday.
Luke says, Netflix usually drops all the episodes of a season all at once. Wednesday came out on Thanksgiving, and all episodes dropped the same day. See, it's been out since Thanksgiving, and I just barely watched it. Sophie says, I like Peacock, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and Disney Plus. It was like J.G. Wentworth, give me my money. Robbie says, D, your mic is a little crackly.
I have a structured settlement, but I need cash now.
Oh, no, it's stuck in my sweater. Oh, no, it put a hole in my sweater.
Oh, yeah. You're going to rip at it.
I didn't. I was trying to undo it, and it didn't want to come undone.
Hey, that's the blister.
Yeah.
She looks like toasty marshmallow with blonde hair.
Yeah. She's brown in my sweater. Which is weird. She looks like a gingerbread person.
It is. Look at her hands. They're gingerbread.
She's a gingerbread person. That's cute.
I didn't even notice that before. And you got cocoa on your arm.
Nice. And marshmallows?
Maybe. There's something in it. All right. Well, Imperium here. Ludwig Kaiser goes over the top rope, right down onto his Gianni Soto guy, or whatever his name is.
Crackly.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Vindicator says, just can't get into this main event since Brawny and Rico are not a real tag team. So you guys have a Merry Christmas. See you on the other side of it for Dynamite. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Vin. We'll probably try to be on here Monday night for some stuff, but definitely we will, we'll see you, next
after the
week.
Holiday.
Piccolo says it adds up. Sophie's like, Netflix now has commercials with one of their tiers. With Amazon, they let you rent a movie for one day. Blue says, if it's about movies, just subscribe to one app a month and change it up every few months.
Yeah. That's
pretty much what you'd have to do, right? Robbie says, I have IPTV so I can watch all soccer, boxing, wrestling, pay-per-view for nothing. Oh, bravo.
Yeah, IPTV. Don't do that.
Yeah, we don't condone that kind of stuff in our chat. Thanks, Robbie. Please do not promote that or advertise
Do that in
it.
private messages.
Sophie says, if they put everything in one app, people will complain. Piccolo says, right, it's about sacrifice. I had to cancel my Brazier's sub, haha. Sophie says, I got HBO Max for free because I have HBO for free on my cable package. Piccolo's like, flashback to Pugly sticks at basic training. Puggle sticks? Puggles. James Hayes in the chat. Hey, James Hayes. The second says hello. Hello, the
James
second.
Hayes.
Luke says Glazier rocks, but Eliza Schlesinger is awesome. Oh, sucks. Glazier sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, she really.
But Eliza
I
Schlesinger
like
is awesome. LOL.
Yes.
You know, I don't like saying that about comedians either, but when I've given her a chance a couple times, that Glazier lady, because you were like, oh, she's funny. And so I was like, oh, I'll give her a try. Twice. And you had me watch her one, and I was like, oh my fucking dumb. What the fuck is this shit?
Dude,
this isn't funny.
I accidentally watched her after the Isabel one or whatever.
Yeah, you fucked up.
That's where I screwed up. Because I think if I'd have watched it first,
it would have been
a little bit funnier. But the other girl was so much funnier.
Yeah.
That it made it. Ugh. That was the first time. And then the second one, I was like, hey, well, let's watch this. And it was like.
You left. You left me there watching it.
Yeah, somebody
McKenna didn't like it. And so I was like, oh my fucking God, I can't stand this shit. So I changed it to Bob's Burgers movie because I was like, this is way better. Blue says Netflix is a sinking ship and trying to fix itself by adding more water.
Yeah, it's like passengers on the Titanic. They're just trying to change seats.
Yeah, basically.
The problem is there's not enough life rafts.
Exactly. Sophie says Netflix has been in trouble since all these other streaming services popped up. Piccolo says my YouTube algorithm has a lot of Sam Morrill and KM Pill clips lately.
If Netflix was smart, they would sell their content right now.
Yeah.
And get out.
Definitely. Just sell it. Fucking just be done. Luke says Eliza Schlesinger and Angela Johnson are the best.
I like Angela Johnson. Who is the brunette that kind of does a little bit of the baby talking, but she's super dry? I like that girl a lot too. She's got brown hair.
I can't remember her. Is she the one that wears like the black pants and like she usually wears like a leather jacket?
Mm-hmm. And she's,
is that her?
Yeah, and she's just really funny, and she's always like, she does like the other person's voice too, like when she has conversations with herself. That girl is my favorite. And then the Schlesinger or whatever he's saying.
Eliza
but I
Schlesinger,
definitely,
Johnson,
I like her too. She's the one that does the Korean voice with the nails.
That's right, her. Yeah, okay. I don't know her name though, but I know which one you're talking. Oh, the Angela Johnson.
Yeah, Angela.
That's right. That is her.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the other girl's name, but she always wears like black jeans and a black like biker leather jacket.
And she's always talking about like she'll screw up. You know, like a guy put on his dating site just said like had a picture or something, and so she's like, "Does this work?" And he's like, "Yeah, it lets me know how people's attitudes are or whatever." And then he texts her back, and then she's like, "Are we gonna get married?"
That's right. That was her. That was a pretty funny skit. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Sophie says most of the reality shows on Netflix are on other streaming services. Yes, Brandon is in the chat. Hey, Brandon, how's it going, my man? How's work?
Brandon.
Work treating you good? Says, hey, y'all. And Pico says Ali Wong is actually funny. Sophie's like Amy Schumer is funny, and Pico's like Amy Schumer ? Yeah, no, I don't find Amy Schumer funny at all. She's a dumb piece of shit. I fucking can't stand that.
I like it. Like one of her movies.
That Trainwreck was pretty funny.
Uh-huh. Because of the sporting
because of the sporting part of it, and the guy that is okay in it.
Yeah, the guy from How I Met Sarah Marshall.
And the only other one we've seen her in was that one with
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Goldie Hawn was her mom.
Oh, yeah.
And they went to Mexico or some shit.
South America, and they get lost.
South America, and they get like kidnapped or some shit. That one was pretty funny because it had fucking Goldie Hawn in it. Like, right. I fucking can't stand Amy Schumer. She's fucking garbage. Anything about her is fucking garbage. Pickles, like, you ever seen Kyle,
She is funnier than Nikki Glazer, though.
Yeah, she is funnier than her.
She does. Like, some of her jokes you will laugh at. That Nikki's hard, man.
Pickles, like, you ever seen Kyle Kanane? No. He's got a stoner vibe. No, I don't think I have. Sophie says, what do you guys usually eat for Christmas Eve and day?
I don't know, but I think I'm going to make some cookies, so I'm going to get my recipe out and start baking.
Tonight?
Why not?
Okay. I got to go to the stupid store and grab stuff for Christmas breakfast and your normal weekly crap.
I'll tell you what I need.
Nothing?
I don't know.
Nothing? You need nothing? I'll tell you what you need. Nothing.
A swift kick in the buttocks.
Robbie says, is Rebel Wilson a funny actor?
Rebel Wilson, I've heard that. Oh, yeah, she was in that high school show I liked.
She's okay.
Just on that senior year or whatever. That shit was funny.
So, she got skinny, and she's not as funny as when she was fat.
Okay.
That's me.
Just like that homeboy, the guy off 21 Jump Street.
Right, Jonah
Hill? Although
Hill?
he's going to be in that new movie, that You People. That's and I want to watch that one. He's the love interest of Eddie Murphy's daughter.
Oh, God, that's funny. Pickle says it may be short dosage of her. Nikki
was
funny on the Comedy Central roast, but not an entire stand-up.
Oh my God, Triple H has done it. You know what makes everything more exciting? Somebody coming out of a box. Oh. No shit. This is old. This is 90s stuff.
Oh, they're bloody. Why is Imperium so bloody?
He got punched right in the face by Braun Strowman.
Like on purpose? So he punched him in the face on purpose?
That's why Brock punched him one time back. But I think that's what happened. He got punched and you could see his jaw even move.
I think Braun Strowman has anger issues.
No, he doesn't mean to do it. He's just a brew. Rock literally went after him when he did it.
Oh no!
You gotta be shitting me.
I have no idea what's happening.
It's a guy. Is it New Day? Yeah, it's New Day. They're the Nutcrackers.
Ha ha ha! They're kicking him in the nuts.
Why did that be NXT riffraff on the main roster?
Ugh, God, this is just a joke. Stupid. I don't even understand it.
Nutcrackers. Oh, Braun Strowman doing his roundabout.
Ugh, God. This is just pathetic on so many levels.
Well, they went down to NXT. They got demoted, and now they're back up. It's just silly.
I don't think they should be allowed anywhere on here. He has to run so stupid because his knees are so bad.
Uh-huh.
I just think it's fucking dumb. He looks like a moron out there.
Right, and it's very uncoordinated. He just knocked that guy down twice. Twice each. Oh, Braun ripped his shirt off. He's still jacked, but he shouldn't run.
So for Christmas Eve, we might be eating wings. We need to use them and eat them, so we might be having wings.
Ricochet's making out with his dame.
Ew. That's gross.
It brought him back to life. I just wanted to see where Ricochet gets hurt, because he's not hurt now.
Oh my God.
See, he's trying to recharge him.
Oh my God. Is this how it works, guys?
Yeah, you bring in the dame. Is she pregnant? Oh, no.
Oh my God, I fucking hate this shit.
So I don't see Ricochet being hurt, other than he's got a knot on the back of his head with blood coming out of it.
Not yet, anyways.
So there's a power slam. Ricochet's up top.
As Piccolo said, it might be short doses of her. Nikki was funny on Comedy Central roast, but not an entire stand-up. That's what Travis said. In small, short segments, she's funny. But her whole stand-up is fucking terrible. So it was like my mom and our roommate have been watching that Meghan and Harry thing that dropped on Netflix just a few weeks ago. Oh, that sounds like a fun time.
Ricochet made it through that match. I don't see where the injury was, but he did not do his big-ass finisher.
Oh.
So they changed that.
Sophie says we should find out more about this HBO Max Discovery Plus merger soon. I think I know who you guys are talking about, but I forget her name. Luke says Taylor Tomlinson is great stand-up on Netflix also. That's who she is.
That's her, yeah.
Taylor Tomlinson is the girl we're talking about.
Taylor. That is 100% her. She is fantastic.
Miracle on 34th Street Fight is what that was called.
Yeah, Street Fight, yeah.
That's dumb. This is stupid, and I don't like it.
This is straight wrestling for Christmas Eve.
No, it sounds fucking dumb. With a gum. Picola says, I wonder who Whitney Cummings had to, mandate on to get an NBC sitcom. She's really not that funny.
I don't know who that is.
Luke says, oh, damn, one of the wrestlers has a busted open eye. Yeah.
Yeah, that's from Braun Strowman's. He punched him.
That's from Braun getting a little too brutastic with his stupid. Blue says, I used to like Amy Schumer, but when someone shoves their woke politics in my face, it's hard for me to separate that from them in the future, so I try to shield myself from actor politics.
Yeah, just do not follow any of your stars. Don't ever meet them.
Yep.
That's what I like.
Don't ever do any of that
on my Twitters and all my social medias, I do not follow one professional athlete.
Right.
Because I don't want to not like them.
Yeah.
So and then I don't watch ESPN anymore.
Sophie says Tina Fey is also funny. She was pretty funny.
Tina Fey, I know.
She's pretty funny.
Yeah, she was the single.
She was on SNL for a long time.
Yeah, she's the single. I don't know if she's still single, but she was on like Letterman or one of those, and
talking
she's like,
about being single.
She's like, I'm single, and I'm pretty funny,
right? Like, I'm actually funny. I don't understand why I'm single.
I don't know why I'm still single. Pretty.
Robbie says, LOL. So when a fat person loses weight, they lose some of their personality.
Yes.
I think so, Robbie, and I'm not being mean about that. I seriously think sometimes they do. People's like the New Day Nutcracker figures coming this spring. Robbie's like, WWE is so cheesy. So he said, I thought the New Day got demoted to NXT.
What it really is, exactly, Sophie, they did, and I don't know why they were on the main roster. But what really happened is it's change, and change is uncomfortable. So if she's a big fat girl and she gets skinny, it's weird. Jonah Hill's a big fat guy. He gets skinny, and a reporter actually asked him one time, said, "Hey, do you feel like you're not as funny?"
Right.
And he got all mad and butthurt. Perfect. That's exactly what we're talking about.
That was the reaction we were hoping for. Thank you for playing along, sir.
Right.
Luke says, OMG, LOL about the Nutcracker stuff. And Robbie says, D, ready to barf. And Sophie says, the New Day were feuding with these guys before they got sent down to NXT. And Luke's like, what the fuck is happening, LOL? And Pico's like, hey, you know WWE, I got a silly booking, right? Looks like the bald English guy had a bloody eye. Yes, he did, thanks to Braun Strowman punching him in it. Braun does that a lot. He's actually a brute. Like Travis just said, that he did that to Brock, and Brock fucking punched him back. And he was like, oh, whoops. And it's like, yeah, dude, fucking don't. Like, he does it, and sometimes I wonder if he really doesn't realize it, or if he does it on purpose. People's like, two guys, maybe skinny women, Pete Dunne and buff Chris Pratt, act like the Home Alone bandits, and then they go through booby traps. Well, I was like, so I would be disappointed if I met Dee in person.
Yeah, she's your hero.
Am I your hero? That's kind of creepy, dude. Don't be a stalker, Robbie. It's
well,
weird.
she does talk about her politics every once in a while, so she's exactly like the rest of them.
I am just like the Hollywood people. People's like, I don't know who would be the WWE Kevin McAllister, though. Chad Gable.
Who's Chad McAllister?
Kevin McAllister?
Is he in a show?
Yeah, it's Home Alone. Kevin?
Oh, Kevin.
Kevin!
So Kevin, I can tell you exactly who he is. He's McLean. They're exactly the same movie.
Okay. No. He was saying two guys, maybe skinny woman, Pete Dunne and buff Chris Pratt, act like Home Alone bandits, and then they go through booby traps. Okay? I don't know who would be the WWE Kevin, though.
Chad Gable.
That's who I said. I said Chad Gable. That was who I said. Now, tell me why it's exactly like Die Hard.
Die Hard. Because it's the exact same movie.
Except for there's more bad guys?
Nope.
Well,
I mean, obviously there's more, but it's the same situation. Two guys. It's Christmas time. It's not a Christmas movie, right?
Right.
It's Christmas time. And they're both alone. And they're fighting. The whole time. They're fighting bad guys. They're doing all sorts of weird booby traps. And I mean, obviously one's a little bit more violent than the other, but they're the exact same movie. They even have the police in it. The whole thing.
Titties and Twinkies.
Exactly the same. And I'm also talking about the first one. The second one's kind of weird because they're in New York. Home Alone 2.
New York?
They're in New York.
Oh my
same
God,
movies.
those bastards.
It's like, hey, I got an idea. Let's make the same movie.
The first one, though, isn't, because
it's in
Los Angeles for
but
Die
where's
Hard.
Kevin?
He's in Chicago.
Whatever. But still, it doesn't matter where they're from. It's what's happening to them.
Luke says, Angela Johnson is married to a Christian rapper. It's weird, but funny. Ryan's like, haha, your quality still. Picola says, Travis, you're hilarious. And Blue says, Kevin McAllister is, oh, nice. Chad Gable for sure. Definitely not like Die Hard one bit, Blue says. Picola's like, it's the same universe. Blue says, maybe 3 out of 1,000 things are the same. Picola's like, Siri, where is Nakatomi Plaza? It's in Los Angeles.
It was in Los Angeles.
He was a cop in New York, and she took a job in Los Angeles.
And took the kid.
I know, I've seen that movie I don't know how many times.
I love the opening scene because he gets in that limo, and the limo driver's all nice, but he's listening to Run DMC's Christmas. That shit's funny.
That's why it's a fucking Christmas movie.
If they have Christmas music and Christmas trees, it's a Christmas movie.
It's fucking Christmas.
And this is what I argue with everybody. It's not a Christmas movie. Okay, if it's not a Christmas movie, then neither is Home Alone.
True.
And that's fine. If we don't want to call Home Alone a Christmas movie, I will stand right beside you.
Yeah.
You saying, okay, Home Alone is not a Christmas movie? Okay. Then neither is Die Hard. Let's watch it in December. Let's watch it in January. Let's watch it in March.
Christmas
And
time.
we'll watch it in June.
All right,
Because they're
Luke.
good movies on their own.
He says goodnight all. Luke, Merry Christmas to you and
Merry
Jade.
Christmas.
I hope everything's still going well with you. Hope all your animals are doing good and that Jade is doing well on her bed rest. Merry Christmas to both of you. Thank you so much for being with us through all of our craziness. We really appreciate it. Our Bobby says, did you laugh a lot watching Home Alone?
I don't think I ever laughed during that movie.
I mean, some parts of it are funny, but I wouldn't say, like, it's the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life or something.
I mean, there's some parts that are like, holy crap, like when he burns his hand and his face and all that.
Yes.
But I'm not the one that, like, likes the part where the kid puts the stuff on his face. And
yeah, that's really
like,
weird.
That's, like, iconic.
I think the funnier part for me was when he ordered the pizza and then played the movie.
Right. Do you know that movie isn't a real movie? They made
Merry
that
Christmas,
movie
you filthy animals.
for that show.
Yeah, exactly.
So somebody had the foresight to say, okay, let's put a movie here. Let's make our own movie and put it on, and then it can say what we want it to. Because I was like, I wonder what that movie is.
Right.
Because I like those old mobster movies.
It's
like
like
that.
Angels and something is what it's called,
right.
Like, while they're playing it. Anyways, Pickle says, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
You
yes.
filthy animal.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a wonderful, absolutely awesome holiday if you celebrate it. And if not, hopefully you just have a wonderful weekend. You guys take care out there in the United States. If you're in the colder parts, which is most of the United States, stay warm, everybody. Okay, you take care of yourselves. Be careful out there.
Stay
if
classy.
if you don't have to go anywhere, don't. All right, stay safe. We will see you guys probably on Monday.
Yes, yeah.
The Raw on Monday is definitely not an actual show. They are doing a best of thing. But we might just get on and maybe play a video game for a little while or something on Monday night. Okay, guys? Just so we don't miss you for too many days. Because I'll miss you guys. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for being here with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.